Hello everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock and welcome to the watch-along of Manchester United playing Tottenham Hotspurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Jose Mourinho's Tottenham. Big game in the Premier League. Now, few people dropped some points yesterday. Manchester City dropping points against Leeds United. Does that mean title race is back on? I'm tentative to say that. Potentially. Look, let's win today. Let's not do what we've done over this year and the past couple of seasons where few teams drop points around us. What do? We drop points as well. No, let's get the victory today and let's make up for that 6-1 defeat at home to Tottenham earlier on in the season. Now, you guys have been having your say with your predictions, and you can do that before every single Manchester United match by emailing paddockmatchday@gmail.com with your little prediction. Now, here are a few from some familiar faces and some of you guys.
James here for Stretford Paddock. United taking on Spurs today in the Premier League. It's going to be a difficult one, this, I think, for United. I think Spurs, even though they do have difficult form, I mean, going back to the game against Zagreb, I thought they were poor against Newcastle as well. They haven't been looking great recently, but Mourinho always has it in him when he does come to Old Trafford, or when United seem to play him. If you go back to the game earlier on this season, the Spurs won 6-1. I'm not sure anyone would have expected that, and they're desperate to get in the top four as well. And maybe Solskjaer is going to prioritise the Europa League now, knowing that the top four is kind of done for United. So it might be a bit more difficult this than expected, but I think United will win. I think it'll be pretty solid. I think both teams will probably score though. I don't think United will keep a clean sheet.
Hello, Ronaldo here with another pre-match prediction, and I predict a 2-1 win for United. I think it'll be a tight one. We always know it is playing against any Jose team. They're going to be solid, they're going to be compact, and they're going to look to hit us on the counter. And we should be ready for that. So, most importantly, our passing needs to be on point in the game and make sure that we aren't losing possession and allow Tottenham to really transition and hurt us. So, I think if we do control and dictate the game, I think Tottenham haven't been too solid in recent times, and I think that we are probably in a better run of form and we can get our revenge today, and I think that we will end up doing so, and I think it's going to be a tight one, but I think we'll get the win and we'll get the points, and 2-1 it is.
So this is a big game for Manchester United. Since last time we played Spurs, we lost 6-1, which is a horrific result, and no one particularly played well. So we have to get a result today to show that we can get the results against the big teams, and also that we can get our revenge. That's one of the biggest things today, revenge. So I'm hoping that we'll see a 2-1 win. I think Harry Kane will score for Spurs, but I'm hoping Bruno Fernandes gets on the score sheet, Marcus Rashford gets on the score sheet, maybe Edison Cavani gets on the score sheet. That makes it 3-1, but maybe one of those three in a 2-1 win.
Alright lads, a bit nervous for this one. We know what happened last time. Saying that, completely different part of the season now. I think we've improved so much since then. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it actually. I think Tottenham are a mere image of himself, so I think we'll do enough to beat him today, because we need this top four now. It's vital, and this will help us a lot. I'm going to say 2-1 United. Come on, the boys.
I think United should be able to get a result, and I'm going to say 2-1 to United. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think if United play at their best, then they should win, because they've got better players than Spurs. And I think on the whole, United have been looking a lot better recently against Granada, going back before the form in the league at the minute is actually pretty good. So if United can continue that, then maybe we could have a title challenge. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but City dropping points yesterday, if United win their couple of games in hand, then suddenly it's only 7-8 points, and you're relying on City to drop a couple more games here and there. So maybe 21 is coming after all, or maybe United are going to have to settle again for a Europa League and top four finish.
What's good, guys? My name's John. This is the Paddock Matchday Prediction. Give the lads there at the Paddock a massive subscribe, a massive like, and let's jump on to the actual predictions. I'm going to predict that my PE teacher will beat this PE teacher, and this one is actually real PE teacher. But it's revenge time. I don't care if it's a 6-1. I don't. If we win 1-0, that would be cool, because we need the 3 points. We need to keep that second place cemented, but it's no guarantee. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory. It's not going to be pretty. It might be a little bit boring, but a win is a win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. And that's the prediction. Like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.
Hiya, it's Liam here. This is my matchday prediction For Manchester United versus Spurs, I think the game on Sunday will be able to get revenge from our defeat at Old Trafford, which ended 6-1 last time out. And I think this is a perfect opportunity to play Spurs, as their form hasn't been great recently. I think we'll be able to win by a couple of goals, so I'm going for a 2-0 win. Goal scorers, Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford. Look forward to the big game, and hopefully Ollie will be able to get a win over Jose Mourinho. Come on, you Reds.
Paddock match day of Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The last time we played Tottenham was at Old Trafford, and it was an absolute travesty, losing 6-1. It was embarrassing. It was a game that I couldn't believe I was watching. What happens now on Sunday is we go to that game with a bit of a reaction. We have a bit of fight, put bodies on the line. We come away with goals and we come away with 3 points. So my score prediction, I'm going for a 3-1 Manchester United win. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock. Come on, United.
This is Sam Spanner from the United Forever podcast, and this is my score prediction versus Tottenham Hotspur Spurs. I believe that we're going to have a difficult match versus Jose Mourinho, because he is the master of dark arts, isn't he? When you think about it, he knows how to infuriate the opposition, and he will try his hardest to get one of our players sent off, a bit like Stephen Howson yesterday. Bloody referees. So what we've got to do is keep calm, carry on, and even if they score in the first half, which they probably will do, and shut up shop because they do love a bit of catenaccio, we will need a little bit of hairdryer treatment at half time, and then we'll come out. We will get a couple of goals, maybe Bruno Fernandes and and Edison Cavani with his beautiful hair. Sorry, Joe Smith, but you do have a rival there, and that's why we're the comeback kings. So let's have it, boys. Viva El Paddock.
Paddock match day. Notch here. First of all, a 2-2 draw for Paddock FC yesterday in the first game of the Rhodes Cup. And a late saver in a game not without the usual sprinkling of Paddock drama. Check out their games on the Paddock FC YouTube page. Honestly, lads, it's mint stuff. Now, as we all know, I am the special one. Or maybe not. But we're all going to look at that 6-1 early in the season and think that Jose has got Ollie's number. But remember last season, Ollie bitch-slapped Jose, and we can do the same again today. Maguire, you need to keep tabs on Harry Kane, and let's be quick in transition and give El Matador something to spur him on. My prediction is a McTominay winner and a 1-0. No 6-1 revenge, but hey, it's better than a kick in the... Trust the notchster.
Thank you very much for sending your predictions in. Remember, every single match day, you can send them to paddockmatchday@gmail.com, so make sure you are getting involved. This week at Stretford Paddock, Stephen Howson was outside Old Trafford again doing his transfer review. He's calling it the 0 out of 10 show at the minute. I'm not too sure about that, but he was talking about the potential deal between Jesse Lingard and Declan Rice. Here's Steve.
We've got Declan Rice that we're going to do, and it also ties in with the start of the outs, which is with Jesse Lingard. So, Declan Rice, Jesse Lingard. I think the Athletic have been talking up this one again. David Moyes has said any transfer involving Declan Rice needs to be in excess of 100 million. This is the madness that you're dealing with when you have to try and buy British players. There's no sense in this, and there was always like a British tax on players anyway for the last 20 years because there wasn't a proliferation of them at the top. There really wasn't. So they always went for like crazy good money, whereas you can go and pick up a great Serbian player, a great even Italian player, because they're willing to move and they're willing to come. There's just you get better value for money by going doing that. And I think that's something that we've not yet seen the effects of with Brexit, and we're going to soon see, because I think it's going to be very wide-reaching all the way down through the entire football pyramid on this one. 100 million for Rice is insane. It's like when they wanted 50 million for Longstaff and you go, the fuck are you talking about? Like, 50 million should be first choice starter for his country, probably maybe not a match winner, but someone you can rely on in a Champions League game. That's what 50 million to me should represent, and I don't think we got that with Fred, by the way, for anyone that's thinking about writing that. That's what I think 50 million should represent.
So that was Steve talking about the transfer of Declan Rice, another position that we've been talking about and will be talking about all the way throughout the summer is that striker position. Is it going to be Anthony Martial next season? Is it going to be Danny Ings on a free transfer? Are we going to get someone like that? But Joe Smith has been going through the top 5 attackers, and here he is talking about someone we're playing against today.
He's a world-class striker, one of the best in the world. There is no denying that. But what comes with being one of the best strikers in the world is one of the most ludicrous price tags of any player in history. There are reports of around £150 million being wanted for Harry Kane. Now, this isn't a 21-year-old. This isn't someone that's never had an injury in his life. This is 27-year-old Harry Kane, who has not the best injury record. Now, for that, you're getting a world-class player, one of the best in the league, and someone who you know, season after season, can be one of the top scorers in the Premier League, may well go on to break Alan Shearer's goal-scoring record. I think the only thing that will stand in his way is if A, if he moves abroad, or B, if his injuries start to catch up with him. But he's got 19 goals, 13 assists for Tottenham this season, proving he can create as well as getting on the end of things. He would be fantastic for Manchester United. The only problem is, like I said, 150 million quid. It is notoriously difficult to deal with Daniel Levy. But Harry Kane himself has come out and said, well, let's get to the summer and we'll see what happens after that, when asked about a move away from Tottenham. So to me, he's open for a move. Will it be to Manchester United? Will United be willing to pay such a hefty fee? Remains to be seen, but he is our number 2 on the list, and what a player he would be.
So that was Joe Smith doing the top 5 attackers. We've had loads of good stuff on Stretford Paddock this week, including loads of podcasts. And if you like to listen to Stretford Paddock as much as you like to watch us, make sure you are clicking the Podfollow link in the description below, and you can get sent to your favourite streaming service for podcasts, whether that be Spotify, whether that be iTunes, whether that be Deezer, whether that be anything you listen to podcasts on, just click that link below and you can listen to Stretford Paddock. So not long now until we are live from right there. That's where we will be going through the team news for Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. I've said, big game today, away from home. Look, realistically, are we going to catch Manchester City? I don't think so. But we want to end this season on a bit of a high. We want to be closer and closer to Manchester City. And remember, teams have lost 8 points in April before. We've done it in the past. And maybe Man City have got too much attention on the Champions League. They lose a bit of focus in the Premier League. Who knows? United need to be on their tails, and a win against Tottenham Hotspurs will do that today. I did the preview with Jay this week. I went for 1-0. I was just thinking this is going to be a kind of like a coasting game. You've got Tottenham Hotspur who, you know, they're trying to get to the top 4, but there's a little bit more for them now. And you kind of thought United had the Granada game in midweek. That was their focus. You know, Europa League, second place is near enough sorted now for Manchester United. They've got not much to play for in the Premier League. Just don't do anything daft. You'll finish in the top 4. But that result yesterday, Leeds taking points off Manchester City, means that Man United maybe have a little bit more to play with. Make sure you get involved in the comments right now. Let us know your score predictions. Let us know, are we still in the title race? Get in the comments below. Make sure you're getting involved all the way throughout the show. We'll be here from now all the way through until the final whistle. So make sure you're getting involved. We'll have a review. We'll have fan cams and all that good stuff after the game. Right, now we're live. Yo.
Jay here, Stretford Paddock. This is the Spurs Watchalong, and joining me as always is my good friend Alex Baggers. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good, mate. Jay's just made us a brew as well.
See?
Jay's brewed up.
Do you know what I mean?
Done well.
Do it
Done
all,
really
mate.
well.
Presenting, brew making.
Well hot, by the way.
Cleaning. Yeah, bit hot that one. Do you call a coffee a brew? Because
Yes.
you've got tea, I've got a coffee. I call coffee a brew.
I won't. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
My missus
but
don't agree. She says it's only tea.
I'm not against it.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll discuss about a bit further on. United are playing Spurs away, of course. We don't need to talk about the home leg, if you call it a leg, in the league. We know what happened there. Do get involved in the chat. Let us know what you think the team should be. We've not got the team news out yet, but as soon as we do, we'll give you an update. Let us know what you think about the greatest player in the history of association football, Jesse Lingard, who's bagging a brace for West Ham.
He should start for United today.
Do you reckon we could get him over to North London?
It's not that far, is it?
He's like...
He can do another half.
Yeah, he's got 45 minutes. He's a sprightly lad. He's full of beans. Let us know what you think about that. What you think the score's going to be. Give us your score predictions. We've had the score predictions in from some of the usual suspects.
You've lost it.
I've lost it. Oh no, I've got it.
There.
Don't panic, eh? Baggers is panicking because I've got a super chat and he's scared that I'm going to lose it, and he may be right, so I'll read it out. Carl Hagan in the super chat says, lads, off topic here, but Jesse should stay with West Ham. He's a new man now, and we should cash in. Surely his form increases his price tag above 20 million. If he is going to stay at West Ham, and I've been advocating that because, not that I don't like Jesse Lingard, but because it was pretty painful seeing how his form had deteriorated at United, and maybe, you know, a move was best for him, and he might keep that form if he stays there and revert back to what had been his late United form if he comes back to us. But if he is going to stay there, then I think it has to be part of a deal to bring Declan Rice to Manchester United. What do you think,
I
Barry?
completely agree. I think that we have to use this. But the other option is that we should get a bit of cash for him now. I think we've proved that he's worth...
What, Rice and cash for Lingard?
Rice and cash.
Yeah.
Yep, that's in. But if not...
Why not?
There'll be other clubs now interested in Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
And I think that that's got to be an option. I think that United need to look at who's going to be our priority next year. Maybe he's in to get us a centre forward from somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe another manager fancy. Maybe Jose Mourinho still wants him at Tottenham Hotspurs. Things like that, and it could go against the Harry Kane deal or something like that. But I think there's more options now with how Jesse Lingard's playing. I don't think he'll stay at Manchester United. I think he will move on. But it's great to see him playing well. I hope it'd be great if he goes to the Euros. I think it'd be great to see.
I mean, the thing with Southgate is as well. Southgate loves Lingard. He's loved him since the under-21s. I think Lingard got him out of jail in the under-21s. I can't remember the game. There's a game that England needed to win. I think Lingard scored the winner, which was sort of like Southgate was under pressure. So ever since then, he seems to have a bit of a soft spot for Jesse Lingard. Played him obviously in the World Cup all the way to the semi-final.
Yeah.
Rated him then. And to be fair, Jesse probably deserved to be dropped. He wasn't even getting a United team when he got dropped out of the England squad.
Yeah,
but he brought him back quite quickly, didn't he?
The thing with him is that you look at the likes of Mount, Foden, Grealish, Maddison, that are kind of the players in the number 10 role for England that would be competing against him.
Yeah.
He's a different kind of player.
Yeah.
He can do the counter-attacking football. We just mentioned, did someone just say there, is Jesse Lingard the best counter-attacking footballer in the league? There's one,
he's what player in the league at the minute.
He could very easily be, he's up there with some of the best counter-attacking footballers in the league. And I think that they've just scored 4. He's offside? No, it's not.
What's that? Is that another assist for Jesse Lingard? 2 goals and an assist in this game. Was it 2 goals? Sorry, what was it?
He's kept his flag down.
2 goals and an assist in this game.
We're doing a watch along with Jesse Lingard now.
Just don't worry about
Forget United.
Yeah?
He's onside.
We've just seen
Jesse. He's off.
Is he off? Oh, it
Yeah,
looks like VAR's going to disallow that one.
Still Leicester getting taken over. How did we get beat by
Leicester? Yeah, Leicester imploding either way you look at it, even though that goal might not count.
Yeah.
West Ham are still looking pretty
pretty
comfortable. And Jesse Lingard is doing absolute bits. A lot of Jesse love in here. A lot of people mentioning the fact that it's offside. People saying that we should get 30 million for him. I think Drew L says this form he's got to be 30 surely, even with the 1 year left on his contract. Glenn F says he'll have to go for a fortune with the British tax.
I think just with it being the last year of his contract, they'll probably limit it to around the £30 million mark. I think if it had been a couple of years left, you're looking at more than that. You've seen what transfers have happened, but I think that with last year on his contract, I think 30 million is probably the top of where you can get for Jesse Lingard. Van Persie went for 27 with a year left.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
that
kind
was,
of
8 years ago?
8 years ago. It's not that. I don't think the transfer market's too different now, is it? I think similar kind of fees getting banded about. I don't think it's mad money. I think last year of a contract for someone like Jesse Lingard, if you get 30 million quid or it's 30 million quid's worth off a transfer, I definitely think worth doing for next season.
Is there a breaking point for you? And we will get into United team in a minute. But I just want to ask you one final thing. Is there a breaking point where you go, he's that good now, he's playing that well, we have to bring him back to Old Trafford? Because his numbers are getting silly. I mean, he's already, 8 league goals or something? Which, since February the 3rd.
Did we say if he scores every game from now until
the
season?
If he comes back and he's going like, I don't know, 12, it's not beyond a possibility, he could score 12, 13 goals for West Ham in, 10 games or whatever, and you're going, can you ignore that? Can you let him go?
I think you can,
yeah.
But it has to be for... Like I said, the thing that's happening now is that we've got an option of going, we'll just keep him. It's fine. We know he's good at football. We'll keep him here. We know he can fit a system. We know he's got his confidence back. We'll just keep him. And I think that having that will probably force West Ham's hand. And again, if we're in the position that we need it to be, which is we want someone like Declan Rice, we're going to them, we're saying, look, we've got 50 million here, or we'll take Jesse Lingard back.
Yeah.
And they kind of go, we'll take that. I think it fits their system well. David Moyes he'd be happy to do a deal like that. I think so.
Well, you've got to use these players. Like, I know it didn't work out very well for anyone, but it's like when we had Mkhitaryan, who was still Arsenal rated him. We wanted Sanchez. A deal could be made there. and there was an argument made, well, actually, Mkhitaryan, especially in Europe for Manchester United, wasn't that bad and maybe deserved another chance. But, it helped make that deal happen. Obviously, it didn't work out. But if this makes a deal happen that does benefit Manchester United, because we need to play like Rice, then
I think
maybe it is
I think
best
as well
for
we
all
talked
round.
a little bit
All
about,
concerned, sorry.
It's looking likely that United are going to have, there's rumours going around that we're going to have money for one marquee signing, which is disappointing, obviously. But if you get Lingard out the door and it ends up being 50 million for Rice, which everyone's going to go, that's still a mad fee, that may not quite fit into the marquee signing thing, and you may still have 75, 80 million pound in the pot to go and spend on a striker, a winger, whatever it is, which may mean we can get a couple of players in. Because for as much as everyone's complaining about United recently, we are only a couple of players away from this being a very, very, very good Manchester United team. I think if you get Declan Rice in and a forward that's up to a decent level, I think that we've got a decent team there. So I think that if you can use Jesse Lingard in terms of swapping that in, only spend 50 million, like I said, you've got 80 million maybe in the bank to still spend on transfers. I think we've got a chance of getting some good players in.
Jesse Lingard deserves a medal for making a team that features Mark Noble look good as well, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Loads of people just chatting about Jesse Lingard. Loads of people saying as well, good thing about this game as well we've got on in the background is Leicester. Leicester are imploding, aren't they? And they look like they were nailed on for one of the top 4 spots. This makes our life a little bit easier.
Are we looking up at any point? Are we still looking?
Can we look up, really?
Or are we still looking?
I mean,
let's worry about them.
If we win our games in hand, we're 8 points behind City. Are they going to drop 8 points between now and the end of the season? I don't see it happening. I know people go, I did it myself yesterday. 8 points in April. 8 points in April in 2012. You all remember that one, don't we? Do you know what I mean? When we thought, we've got this in the bag. It can happen. I just don't think it will.
They're playing Everton the last day, and I was chatting with
you may as
Mark
well
Dempsey, who we know.
Oh, yeah, we know.
He has no confidence. He's like, if they need 3 points to win the league, I've not got any confidence.
To be honest with you, I don't see us winning every game till now and the end of the season. That's the only way that happens. Like Arsenal did it in 1998, do you remember?
Yeah.
They beat us at Old Trafford and won every other game, every game after that. City did it as well in 2012. They just won the last 10 games, I think they won 8 of them, whatever. We'd have to win, basically, between now and the end of the season, we'd have to win every game. I don't really see us doing that.
I think these games in hand that people talk, I don't think it benefits us in any way. I think City have kind of, because they've got to that final and got that game in early,
I
think it's done them a massive favour, having those games in the bank, getting to that 14 points, because I think going from that 14-point lead, even though we had games in hand, seemed too much. Whereas if it had stayed around the 11 and 8 mark, I think there might have been a little bit more pressure. But like you said, I want to say we're challenging them. The big thing is we have to win today to have any chance of this happening, don't we? We have to we have to have a good performance today.
It's not happening. I don't think it's happening anyway. But it'd be good to at least push them.
Worry them.
Like last time we were second, it was a procession, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even the fact we beat them, Etihad only postponed it for a week.
Because then we lost to West Brom.
Oh, God, remember? I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a relief that they didn't celebrate in front of us, but still, it was like literally 6 days later.
It summed up United that year, didn't it? It summed up United that year. We were very good in some of the big games, and then you go and play West Brom and look absolutely woeful.
Practically already relegated. That didn't even help keep him up, did it?
No.
Sarah Hill says, Jay, do you think Jesse Lingard can play alongside Bruno Fernandes in an attacking 2-4-3-3? Attacking 2, question mark. 4-3-3 formation. I guess it would rely on us signing a world-class defensive midfielder who could sit on their own. Like you were saying, Baggies, I mean, I know we've gone on about Jesse Lingard a lot, but he's very relevant. The player we're seeing at West Ham now is probably the best we've ever seen from Jesse. I'd argue it's even better than his 2-year spell at United when he was scoring in cup finals and at the Emirates and all that sort of stuff. Will he rekindle that form coming back to United where he obviously, things weren't working out? I'm not so sure it's that simple. I hope if he does come back, he does, but I'm not sure if he does. Juan Martinez says, Jay, I emailed about the first team members discount code for merch, but you never emailed back. I haven't seen that, mate. Drop me another email at fulltimedevils@gmail.
I'll put a post on the community tab.
Baggy's going to put. Apologies, mate. If that's
once we're done with this and these guys are on.
I do always try to reply, so I must have missed that one, mate. So yeah, Baggers will put some on the community post.
We've got some news about merch coming up very soon, haven't we? Yeah, man. Better work, different merch.
Give us a like if you're watching the video as well. There's quite a lot of you watching it. Hit that like button. Tuffy7 says, if we're signing Jesse from West Ham, we'd be expected to pay 50 million, even with a short contract, so why do we have to sell him for 20? It's a robbery, laughing emojis. Yes, I agree completely. The team news is almost out.
Not long.
Not long. I mean,
does this team sort of pick itself now with the injuries we've got and players that are
I don't think
available?
it's far away.
Do you know what I mean? Is there much to choose from?
So this is the rumoured team.
Go on, give us the rumour mill. Where's this from?
This is from
you can name
the blog.
The blog?
The online blog that used to be good as a newspaper.
Oh, the Manchester United? Oh,
That's the
God.
one.
It's probably, they've got the right team there in terms of who we're playing.
So they've gone for, they think that is Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw.
Makes sense.
Which is what we were all expecting.
Back five, yep.
Then got McTominay and Fred.
McFred.
Paul, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Edison Cavani to start. So that's not far off what I went for.
How would that set up, do you think?
I think 4-2-3-1, Pogba on the left or right, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think Pogba on the right-hand side, Rashford on the left, and then Cavani up top. So obviously no Anthony Martial. Obviously no... Mason Greenwood's probably the only one there you go.
When I did my predicted, I said I think he needs a rest.
Yeah.
Because he looks a bit goosed, doesn't he?
No Dan James, which is...
that's the one I think
is the other one that potentially...
Again, though, he played a full night, didn't he, the other night?
Yeah. So that kind of makes sense. I went with Mason Greenwood to start over Edison Cavani because I've not been, I think in the same way as you, I've not been too impressed with Edison Cavani's performances in the last few weeks. What have you done there, mate?
Someone said to me, I've got it upside down, as I always do. Thanks for pointing that out, though.
But no, I wouldn't mind that team too much. Edison Cavani needs a big game. I think that's the big thing from that team.
Yeah, he's fallen off a cliff. It's all gone a bit south for him, hasn't it, at United, Edison Cavani. Give it to Eddie Cavani and all that when he arrived, scoring goals. Everyone was loving it. And then he got that ban. He's been injured. There was rumours coming out that he was leaving anyway in the summer. He's got a Boca Juniors, I think you were saying, weren't you? And then, he missed 8 out of 9 games. Hasn't really scored that many goals and has missed some big chances in big games as well. And it's like, are the wheels coming off a bit?
It almost felt like he was doing well when there was no pressure on him and he was the super sub kind of figure. It's coming on, go and give us a half, go and get us a goal kind of thing. He looked great. That little bit of energy and bursts of half an hour and stuff like that looked very good.
Yeah.
But then when we kind of went, do you know what, maybe he's our starting number 9 and he needs to start more games, that's when it's kind of, wheels have come off a little bit. And I think that Anthony Martial's form has probably contributed to that a little bit as well. The fact that someone's not pushed him, I think the fact that Cavani didn't end up pushing Martial to play better, all these different things, I think that's probably been the thing that's happened. I think that you look how Tellez has come in, had okay performances and pushed Luke Shaw on. Yeah. That's what Cavani should have been doing for Martial.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, where Cavani comes in as the main number 9 and Martial kind of pushes him on, but that's not been the case. They've both stagnated in the past couple of months. Since the turn of the new year, they've both kind of done it. They've not pushed anyone.
It's the opposite of what you wanted to happen, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
literally the last thing we wanted to happen. You like you're saying, you think this is it, competition, resting, spurring each other on, one with bags of experience to teach the younger lads something.
Yeah.
He's been there and won a t-shirt. And he seems to have 2 players who seem to be varying levels of disillusionment with their lot in life.
Yeah, and the rumours coming out are saying that Solskjaer's been happy with him. I think he has helped the likes of Mason Greenwood.
Yeah, you see him don't pre-match and stuff talking a lot.
There has been some good stuff there, but I think as scoring goal for Manchester United, I think that's kind of tailed off in the past few weeks. Right, let's see. United team should be out any second.
Someone's asking.
Here we go. United team is out, and it is the team that we just read out. So Dean Henderson in goal. We did mention that in the preview. Is that him, number 1 goalkeeper for Manchester United right now? I think that that kind of shows that it is. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, back 4 kind of picks itself at this moment in time with the injuries and the form that people are in. Freddie McTominay in midfield. Ollie goes back to what he likes against these so-called bigger teams. Then the 3 of Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba behind Edison Cavani up top. Yep. On the bench, David De Gea, Alex Tellez, Axel Tuanzebe, Brandon Williams, Ahmad Matamix returned to the bench, Matic, Donny van der Beek and Mason Greenwood on the bench. So
options on
the bench as well, which is good. Something that, again, we've all been crying out for. And I think that now we're starting to see everyone back fit, especially in the forward positions. It's good to see. No lineup just yet from Tottenham Hotspur, so I'll wait.
Yeah, a few people in the comments are asking for that. As soon as we get that, Baggers will give you an update. People asking about the watch along. You watch the watch along here. It comes on when the game's about to kick off, or half an hour before kick off. We'll have Andy Tate, Stephen Howson, and Joe Smith
taking you through the actual game as well. So make sure you just
Here is
stay in
the
here. You don't need to go anywhere.
Tottenham Hotspur team to play today. Hugo Lloris in goal. Serge Aurier, Rodon and Dyer and Reguilon as a back four. Højbjerg and Ndombele. Lo Celso, Lucas, Son and Harry Kane, which I think, from my little brief knowledge of Tottenham Hotspur, is their strongest team, I think, at the moment in time.
Yeah.
No, on the bench for them, Joe Hart on the bench, Alderweireld, Tanganga, Winks, Sissoko, Dele Alli, Lamella, Bale and Vinicius on the bench
Not
for
a bad
them.
bench, to be fair.
Not a bad bench for them.
Options for him.
I think that's the team that they've kind of settled on. I don't think that they've been happy with the centre-halves this season. Sanchez has been a struggle for them. He's not in the team.
You say Eric Dyer's at centre-back?
Eric Dyer's at centre-back alongside Rodon. That's how you say it.
Very...
It's not the
patchy,
best.
You don't know with Spurs, oh dear. This
No.
is the thing. This is the reason why they are where they are in the table. They're not terrible and they can't beat teams because they've got some very good players there, as you just pointed out. But they are very inconsistent, hence the reason they're not. Where are they at the minute? Are they 5th or 6th or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're struggling. They're not struggling, but they could get. I think they've kind of been in the same position the last few weeks, where if they win their game, they go 4th, and they haven't in the last few weeks. They slipped up against Newcastle last week. But yeah, they're in 7th at this moment in time, 49 points. 7th. They win today, only takes them above Liverpool on goal difference. Still behind Chelsea, still behind West Ham, still behind Leicester City. United win today. United at this moment in time will go 7 points clear of Leicester City, and that would be how many points clear? That'd be 8 points clear of West Ham United, who at this moment in time are still in 4th position.
So it's all it's all to play for today for both Manchester United and Spurs.
Spurs need that today.
Can more or less cement our place in the top 4. No, it's not over and it's over, but it'd be very unlikely for us to drop out of the top 4 if we win today. Spurs desperate to try and keep in the mix. Adam Navas, welcome to the first team, mate. Thanks for your support.
Yep.
CJ McNally says Eric Dyer is the definition of his name.
Yep.
Nominative determinism there. Connor Allen says Jose loves 6th. Barra Burke says 21 is still coming. Kevin Webb says West Ham 3-0. Oh yeah.
Are you saying that? It's what you're watching it just there, mate. West Ham 3-0.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was a prediction then, and I realised it was West Ham. He's giving us a West Ham update. Thanks for that, though. Much appreciated. A few people talk about Fred. Why play Fred in midfield if we are expecting to have more possession? Not Fred again, says someone else. I think Matthew Lambert said that. I mean, he's not having the best of spells, is he, old Mr. Rodriguez, if we're being brutally honest?
No, he's not. And I think that... But at the same time today, people saying we expect to have a lot of the ball, it also means that Tottenham aren't the biggest... they don't press the ball that much. And I think that that's probably another reason why Fred... But again, players like Lo Celso in there, players like, the wingers in Son and in Lucas Moura, they're going to get him behind. Luke Shaw always pushes forward. That's where we want him to be.
Yeah.
You need people like Fred in order to cover in, double up on these kind of wingers and help out. That's what they're in the team to do. It's not just a case of them playing the ball forward. I don't want to see Fred in there in the future. You want to see better footballers in there. But at this moment in time, I was expecting this. I think he likes Fred and McTominay in there in these big games when there's better players on as an attacking force for the team, which Tottenham definitely have. That front three of Lucas Moura, Son and Harry Kane is still very, very good. And I think that we've got bodies in midfield there. There's a lot of options there for him to play. You've got the likes of Paul Pogba and Bruno in midfield. Hopefully the pressure is off Fred a little bit in terms of what he's having to do going forward.
Oh, Leicester just pulled one back, have they?
Case of get the ball and move on. Iheanacho scoring again.
Mate, he's remember everyone thought he was, City fans were going on about he's better than Marcus Rashford. I don't think that is the case, but he's certainly been scoring a lot of goals of late. Yeah, a few people agreeing with you there. Baggers in the chat as well. Someone's saying, has Lingard scored again today? I've missed all the goals. Yes, he scored twice. Tom Broad says Matic and Donny should be playing ahead of Fred. Ryan Rogers says 5-0 to us. Atomic Puppet says dead midfield. And Alex Buckingham commenting on the West Ham game said keeper should have had that. I mean, all of our midfielders are flawed, aren't they? Like
in some way, yeah.
I mean, defensively. I mean, you could probably say Bruno and Pogba aside. Like McTominay, great probably still up and coming. I know he's 24 now, I think.
He just doesn't play that defensive role.
Yeah, he's not a defensive
well.
midfielder, is he? He's like a box-to-box one.
Yeah.
Fred, you've already covered. Donny van der Beek looks like a really top quality player, tidy player, but he's still learning his trade in the Premier League, and he's not I won't be too harsh on it. He's not done anything yet where you go, and I know some people do, but for me, he's not done anything where you go, he's got to start every game. I know, and plus, when he had the chance of, we had injuries, Pogba was out, we had other players out as well. He was injured himself, so he's been unlucky there. Yeah. So I think we've done it. People go, oh, he's the one, he's got to start. And he has had a couple of chances. I think he's played about 28 games. Obviously, not many of them have been starts. But against Leicester, for example, I thought he was very poor. And you can argue the whole team was, but he didn't do himself any favours because you can't say, well, everyone's crap, so it's fine. He wasn't very good. Now, I know he's a top quality player, but I can understand why he's not in the team yet. I think next season's going to be the season.
I think he could definitely replace McTominay in that role. But I think that you need someone better than Fred in order for him to do that. I think that Fred has too many flaws, and I think that McTominay kind of makes it. I think they both kind of need each other, Fred and McTominay. I think you saw in the week, I think McTominay doesn't like being that number 6 or the one that kind of does what Fred does. Yeah. Whereas, Fred can do that position okay. He does the defensive work very well. I think he could replace McTominay in there, but I think there was talk about Declan. I think there's talk about Declan Rice. I think if you have Declan Rice in there, you could risk Donny van der Beek as well. You could play him alongside him, and maybe you can fit him in. But at this moment in time, I just don't think you can. You can't play McTominay and van der Beek with Fernandes in midfield. That can't be your three. I just don't think there's enough balance there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think we looked a bit all over the place with McTominay, Pogba and Fernandes against Granada. I don't think it had that much structure. I don't think we held onto the ball very well with what would be our 3 better players.
The most balanced we've had as a midfield since Ollie arrived, in terms of it working perfectly in tandem together, was actually when he took over as caretaker and you had Herrera, Matic and Pogba. That as a 3 worked perfectly.
And I think there's been...
that was why we had that run of 12 games, whatever it was, where we won 11 of them, because it was just the perfect combination. I'm not saying any of them are better, or some of them are better now than Bruno Fernandes, for example, but I mean, as a 3, that works, because Matic just sat in front of the defence, Herrera was up and down, getting in everyone's face, and Pogba was just allowed to do the other stuff at the other end of the pitch, during which time he was the most prolific he's ever been in his career, and it works.
I think Matic, Pogba and Bruno has looked good, but I think Matic has really tailed off. I think you saw him against Leicester. He was so poor in that game, and he looks half a step off the pace. I think he looks like he's aged 10 years in the last 6 months kind of thing. He just doesn't.
Didn't we give him like a 3-year deal or something in the summer?
It's a bit of that in there.
Like he played, he was going to go, wasn't he? And then he came back into the team. Everyone thought a couple of Januaries ago he was on his way. He wasn't even getting in the squad at one point. Came back in, did really well. I think it was against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, if I get my words out. At Old Trafford, steadied the ship. Had a good run, where he was like our most reliable defensive midfielder. And then rather than just going, okay, let's give you a 1-year extension, we go, right, we're going to give you a 3-year deal. And he's 31, 32, and it just makes no sense.
What's been proven is that I think Ollie wants to play with someone like Matic in there. Because you look at the end of last season after the break and stuff, and when we came back in March, he had that run of, was it 13 games, played the exact same team, and it was Matic, Pogba and Bruno in there. Right. He likes that 3.
Again,
he likes the balance of that 3.
When Matic was on it, worked.
Yeah, and that I think that he's been looking at trying to get that, but then I just don't think Fred or McTominay do that Matic role very well. I don't think Matic does that Matic role very well at the minute. So I think that he's kind of gone the other way. He said, let's get Pogba a bit further up, and that's why he's playing in these 4 positions. And I think that for me, that's why I think we need a midfielder should be high up on the list next summer, if not the priority. Because I think that a very good midfielder makes the back 4 a bit better. I think it makes the midfield tick a lot better. And I think that it allows the players like Bruno and Pogba to give the service to the front 3, which I think we've been lacking because people have to come back in games. So I think that's very high up on the list to get someone like a Declan Rice in.
Chris Reed says, just looking at the bench today brings me joy. Wesley Schwartz says, would you bring Herrera back? I wouldn't. Would you, Baggers? I think it's time to move on. I loved Herrera when he was there, but I don't think we
I loved Herrera. The last player I got on the back of a football shirt was Ander Herrera. He was a big fan of Ander Herrera, but I think time's gone. I don't think we're going to bring him back. The cost. If he said, right, we can bring him back on a free, going to be on the same wage as he was before, he's going to take a pay cut, which he's not going to do, I'd take it. But you're going to match what PSG are paying him, 275 grand a week or something for Ander Herrera? I don't think he was good, but people kick off about the fees we've been paying for players and the wages. I think that and Herrera at nearly 300 grand a week is madness.
Yeah. Santa Knott says, anyone see Neil Warnock rate Sir Alex as the 4th greatest Premier League manager ever, behind Wenger, Pep even, and Klopp? Yeah, I think there's a reason for that. And Neil Warnock, he's still bitter that we played the Resis against West Ham in 2008.
Oh, when it all kicked off with...
when Sheffield United got relegated. Tevez, they beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford. Tevez, I think, got the goal. And I think Neil Warnock's always had a bit of a, being his bonnet about it. But, I mean, to be fair, we were all over him that day. We should have won that game. But, I think that's... Because it's nonsensical to claim that Sir Alex Ferguson is not the greatest Premier League manager ever. And especially not putting people like Klopp and Wenger ahead of him.
It's not even close, is it?
No, like Wenger... He never even won back-to-back titles, never won the Champions League.
Did he win? He won
ridiculous.
3, didn't he?
3 in 20 years? Which is okay, do you know what I mean? I'm not like, 3 titles is good, but it's not 13.
And the thing that gets me as well is they talk about him as if he came in and reinvented football and stuff, and that's the thing. Arsenal won titles in the late 80s. It wasn't it wasn't years and years and years ago. It wasn't a 30-year
Well, they won it in 91, didn't they? Yeah.
It wasn't a 30-year wait in between titles.
So 7 years.
7 years. I don't think he's not that special. Wasn't that special as a manager. Good manager, but I think that there's definitely better managers. And look, Sir Alex is miles ahead. There would never be anyone.
You're trying to
even
be
close.
controversial, or look for the thing that no one else has seen. If you go in, well, Sir Alex Ferguson's actually not the greatest Premier League manager. Maybe in 20 years' time, if one of those two, Pep or Klopp, has stuck around, you can have a real conversation if they've won 13 titles. But at the minute, it's not even close. Notes Sandip says, I'm fairly confident about this game.
Fairly confident. I'm not.
Sons of Grimnir says, you're happy to see Cavani back? I would have preferred Greenwood, to be honest. I think we were talking about this earlier. Greenwood played a lot of football recently, played on Thursday night, looked knackered. Maybe he just needs a bit of a breather. Maybe we need to be careful with Greenwood. He's still only 19 years old. He's still actually growing. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not the finished article physically, let alone as a player experience-wise. So you need to be careful with him, because this is a kid who's played, I think he's played 24 games this season.
Yeah.
I think that's in the Premier League alone. I might be wrong about that. Double check that.
And Tottenham have struggled massively with crossing into the box in the last few weeks. Crossing the box the last few weeks has been the bane of their existence. Like every time the cross comes in,
the bane of their existence.
The bane of their existence. I don't know why I've gone down that line, but I have.
Shakespearean.
Very
crosses
Shakespearean.
into the box has been the bane of their existence, my liege.
What was it? I was trying to spin that.
Just comes out of him. He tries to act like he's all from Withenshaw and all that, and from Sale Racecourse. But he's Cheshire through and through. Now and
bane
again.
of their existence.
Yeah,
there you
bane
go.
of their existence slips out, so he gives himself away, does our
I was going to try and spin it onto the Ronaldo thing then, but I forgot what Ronaldo said.
Oh, yeah, Ronaldo, who ended his video the other day by going, as far as I'm concerned...
I'm Ronaldo.
I'm Ronaldo. As far as you're concerned, what, you're schizophrenic? As far as everyone's concerned, Ronaldo, that's your fucking name.
The bane of the existence.
Yeah. I think everyone's losing the plot on this channel,
we are.
Myself included.
I think... Can we have an international break again?
Yeah, I think we all need it, don't we? Anish Joshi says, Greenwood will come off the bench for Rashid, considering Marcus, hopefully, isn't 100% fit. I think, Marcus has been carrying these knocks and it's been going on for quite some time, but he's so effective.
Still scoring goals.
If he gets a brace today, I think he gets to 100 career goals. I mean, it's a tough ask against Spurs, but you never know. But I think, is it 20 goals in all competitions for United this season? Yeah. Which is a sort of benchmark, isn't it? A 20-goal mark is what everyone looks at. So he's doing the numbers, and his assists. I think he's got 10 assists as well. So he's doing well with assists.
I think 20 goals is now at the level where you go, look, Marcus Rashford should be hitting 20 goals.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be. If he can get, it's that. Let's get him to 30, and now you're looking at.
Oh, mate.
Now you're
talking my language. Hey, 30 goals to Marcus. Mate,
it could still happen this season, could it?
I mean, if it does,
how many games have we got left? With everything.
Well, with everything, with the Europa.
8. No, so we got 8 in the league.
Yeah,
6 in the league. No, 8 in the league.
8 in the league. Then what? 2 in the Europa, is it? What are we in at the minute? In the quarters.
Yeah.
3.
He won't play in midweek, hopefully. He'll hopefully get a break.
11 games. It's. I mean, we'd have to do bits, but stranger things have happened. You never know.
Couple hat-tricks here and there.
I'll be. If he gets 25, I think we'll all be happy. I'll be happy personally. The shame with Marcus this season isn't his numbers. It's those around him. Mason Greenwood hasn't got the same sort of. Hasn't been as prolific this season as he was last season. I think his performances of late have been great, but You know, he's got 2 Premier League goals, and I think it's 6 goals in all competitions. Andy Martial's got 4 Premier League goals and around 8 or 9, I think, in all competitions. I mean, I might be slightly wrong on the all competitions one, I'm not sure, but I know it's 4 Premier League goals. These are players that were banging in between them, like 45 goals, I think, or 42 goals between Mason and Andy Martial last season, and they're not going to get anywhere near that this season. And it can happen. Players, especially young players like Mason Greenwood, can have a bit of second season syndrome, as I like to call it. But you know, that's one of the reasons why you're looking at Marcus going, can you get more? Can you get more goals? Can you get us to 25 or even 30? You know, that'd be great, because we've become so reliant on him. And of course, Bruno Fernandes, who's our top scorer. So we need others to step up. Mark Noble's gone off for West Ham, so that's giving them a bit of a boost.
Yep, Dan James is out of today's squad. Ollie's been speaking about that, saying Dan has had an injury on Thursday night, so he couldn't be with us. Mason has had some niggles, so we give him a rest from the start, so he's not too fully fit. Mason Greenwood.
Disconcerting that Mason's got a little bit of an issue, because we've only got 2 strikers, really, haven't we? One of them's Mason Greenwood, the other one's Edinson Cavani. Now, you could argue that one of them done what a beer and he's 34 years old, the other one's 19 and he's been running to the ground.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the position we're in.
It's not great, is it?
That is the position we're in.
And this, you know, we can play Marcus there, he's not a centre forward. No. I think we've established that now, haven't we?
We've tried it, it's not worked.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that.
You can play Bruno, like, as almost, at times, he almost operates as a false sort of, false 9 almost. He is one of the sort of furthest up the pitch, but he's not a striker.
I think
by any stretch.
If it's any kind of regular season where they can have a week in between games, if they added in, I think, not this season before the 2-week gap in between, you know, so they got a break, you could work on things like that. You could maybe, like you said, try Bruno Fernandes maybe a little bit further forward, maybe try Donny van der Beek as like a false 9. You could try something, but we've had, I think since the last international break, it's averaging a game every 2 games or 2 days or something. You can't work on playing people in different positions. You've just got to say, we know what this kind of works most of the time. Try that, and I think that's been the case. We can't work on maybe playing 3 at the back and adding something in. It's just got to be, this is what we've got. This is the system we're working with. Look, Man City haven't had to change systems all season because they've got the players that can just drop in and drop out, and that's how they've managed it this season. United haven't got the luxury of being able to drop in players all the time, and that's why they've been a little bit more successful, even if it is losing to Leeds yesterday, which was great fun.
I feel Ollie deserves more credit because he hasn't been back properly in the summer. You know, we should have gone for it a little bit more, and instead you bring in Donny van der Beek, who's a £35 million midfielder, a good signing. Alex Telles, a £12 million left back, and a 34-year-old or 33 at the time, Edinson Cavani on a free. So it's not really going for it. And when you look at the sort of levels that the Scousers and City were above us, you thought we'd have had to do a little bit more. So I think Ollie's done really well with the squad that he's got at his disposal, because like you say now, unlike Manchester City, we don't have this luxury of having all these players. Manchester City usually, I know they came unstuck yesterday, well, they usually got the likes of, Aguero and Jesus and Riyad Mahrez and Raheem Sterling all sort of rotate. Well, you can have Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne went missing, was injured, sorry, so, and they're able to weather that storm because they've got the likes of Bernardo Silva, or they've got the other lad, is it Rodri or whatever? I don't know, they've got a lot of options basically. Even in defence, they brought Nathan Ake, he's barely played, and they don't feel that because they've got Ruben Diaz, they've got Laporte, they've got John Stones, who's the forgotten man. They've just got a sort of an old abundance of players to choose from.
That's the running joke on
we haven't.
Fantasy Premier League, where you get your team together and you're like, oh, Guardiola's rested him again. You
just can't predict. Goes, right, okay.
You can't predict these players that are in there. You can't have De Bruyne in there because he doesn't play every week.
No,
which is madness. Imagine if De Bruyne was at United and you rested him.
No, you couldn't.
Against Leeds.
He did one rest in it. Where against Leicester in the FA Cup, where we rested some players.
Why are we resting people? Well, because
we got beat, and by the time we tried to bring them all on, as was it a quadruple substitution? It was too little, too late against the Leicester team that are getting beaten now by West Ham. Ross Murphy says FFP is a disgrace. They've given up on that, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
They've stopped bothering with it. Give us a like if you're watching the video. Hit that like button. You've got about 10 minutes before we'll be going over to Stephen Howson, Andy Tate, and Joe Smith. They'll be taking you through United's trip to Spurs through the game for the entire watch along. And then at half time you'll have myself and Baggers back. Then post match you'll have me and Joe. You'll have Howson's reaction, and we'll be hearing from Adam McCullough as well. And of course an Andy Tate fan cam. What would football be without an Andy Tate fan cam? Wouldn't be worth bothering with, would it?
No. And it's United's 50th game so far this season.
50. How many of them has Harry Maguire played?
All of them.
Really?
No, he's played every Premier League minute since he signed for Manchester United.
That is stupid
It's a mad stat, that.
Like, I think, I don't know, with Harry Maguire, there seems to be a little bit more of a appreciation for him of late on my timeline anyway.
Which is
what disagree.
What you look at, but yeah.
People saying, like, you know, he gets a little bit of stick, but actually, since he's come in, our defence has improved. As you say, he plays every game, and he's actually a very good defender. I don't think the issues for United this season have been Harry Maguire. All right, he didn't have the greatest stat, but he's played really well. I think the problems have been, especially against some of the bigger teams, the so-called Big Six, we've had all these 0-0s and these 1-0 losses.
You need to
6-1 aside, where if people would have converted the chances, would have created more chances, we'd be flying now. You'd have looked at City going, if we'd have took them chances at the Emirates or at Anfield, do you know what I mean? There's another 6 points straight away against, or another, 4 points to get me maths right.
Yep.
And when you're going, look at that, you know, you're not close to City and you've got 2 big wins. So it's not all about Harry Maguire. I think he's having a good season. He deserves a little bit more credit.
So Ollie was talking about the 50th game, said, I think everyone's fine. We didn't do a lot of training on the pitch. We had the meetings, but rest and recovery is the name of the game when you don't come back until 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, which is a bit of a... It's not great. There is going to be the talk about today. You know, if things go wrong, I think Ollie's put that in there now. After the Everton game at the start of the season, he kicked off about the timing of the game after us playing in Europe in the week and all this kind of stuff. And I think that you can't really complain the latest game on Sunday. There's not a lot you can do with us playing in midweek. But at the same time, Spurs are going to have had that full week's rest. They played Newcastle, I think, last Sunday. So they're going to have the full rest. That is potentially going to be a factor in today's game. And for as much people say they shouldn't be a factor, they're fit enough, they should play. There's going to be something about that. Jose Mourinho on the training pitch for a week he can do something with that. You look at, even last week, you look at Chelsea getting battered 5-2 by West Brom. Sam Allardyce was given 3 weeks. Go and prep for Chelsea, you've got 3 weeks to do it.
It's ridiculous.
He's managing to do it because a lot of his players don't go on international duty and have got that week off. I think that's the thing. How's Jesse not got man of the match?
Jared Bowen's got man of the match.
How dare they?
Because whoever's decided that is obviously smoking spice. Absolute robbery from Messi Lingard there. Someone else mentioned, if I can find it, was Toasty Rick. What about Wan-Bissaka? He's in the starting lineup pretty much every game. He is, Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. We haven't really got another right back, have we? I know Brandon can play there. Ethan Laird's gone out on loan to, he's gone to MK Dons, I think, hasn't he? So we've got other options, maybe a bit longer term, but this season certainly it does tend to be Wan-Bissaka who starts more or less every single game at right back. I don't think he's been as consistent as Harry Maguire, I'll be honest with you, but I do think he deserves credit. I think he's been a good signing. I paid a lot of money for him, but I think he's been a solid signing. I always think of it, you know, when you look at these signings, you think, if you could go back in time, would you still sign him? Of course you'd sign Wan-Bissaka. I think look back and go, we wasted our money there.
I think you signed both of them. I think you look at some of the players that have been signed for less money and people go, oh, they've done well. I mean, you look at the minutes that Wan-Bissaka's played for Manchester United, look at the minutes that Harry Maguire's played for Manchester United. The Ronaldo Brown quote that we've taken to him, availability is the best ability is availability. Those two have done very well. So for as much as they spent 130 million on those two players, they've probably both played nearly 100 games for Manchester United in 2 seasons. It's very impressive what both of them have done. And for the most part, they've been pretty good. They've not been exceptional, they've not been standout, but they've been pretty good all the way through.
Yeah, this is the thing, and you know, I think we need to start giving certain players a little bit more love. That's what we're about on this channel, eh? Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, if we get beat today, I'll be laying into him.
Slating a lot of them.
Bit fickle like that as a football fan, I'm not going to lie to you. Someone, Anish Josh, is saying Lingard swap for Haaland. If they give us Haaland and some money, we'll talk to him.
Easily.
Other people in the chat saying, Con1WS says, I want Laird to be pushing Wan-Bissaka next season. Had a lot of injury problems, Ethan Laird. Having a decent run in the side, I think it is at MK Dons, isn't it? So it's not about his ability, it's just about, as you said, availability. He's just had these injuries at a time as well. When you're getting injuries when you're 23, 24, it's not as worrying, but when you're getting them like 16, 17, 18 years old,
there's always a worry.
When you're still developing, you're still growing and all that sort of stuff, there's a big question mark over him. He hasn't had the rubber to green at all, poor Ethan Laird, and he is a very talented player. As Iheanacho again. He's absolutely on fire, the boy.
3-2 with
3-2.
Is that 6 minutes out of time, and what are they in the 91st minute there?
90th. The 90th minute.
91st
so there's
minute.
So there's 5 minutes basically left to go.
West Ham throwing another 3-goal lead.
Could be thrown. Never underestimate the ability of David Moyes to snatch disappointment from the jaws of elation. It's an uncanny ability that he's got.
I hope they don't do that.
I know. If they do that, does that mean the Scousers go?
No. Chelsea.
No, right. Well, I'm not overly. I mean, it would be better for us if Leicester didn't get a point, but you know, it's not the end of the world.
Talking about Ethan, I think big thing will be pre-season. How much we get, how much they get, and what kind of pre-season they get. You know, last season it was a game. There wasn't a lot of people got sent away. There's obviously the Euros this summer. The likes of Ethan Laird, whether he gets to go on a pre-season tour or something like that and gets into the team, will probably affect whether or not he gets any minutes or is managing to push Aaron Wan-Bissaka next season. I think that's the big thing: is can you get him in, see what he's like in that team? Does he fit in? Does he play well? And go from there, because I think that is going to be very important. And with the Euros coming up, the likes of those players maybe not going away could force their way into the team.
100%. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. We are going to be going over to Andy Tate, Joe Smith, and Stephen Howson very shortly. Just before we do that, Bagger's going to run through the Manchester United team for you once again.
Certainly
the United team that is going to face Jose Mourinho's Spurs this afternoon. Is Andy Tate's in the building there? He is. He's just walked past.
He's ready.
He says
he's ready.
Hey?
We've got today Dean Henderson in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw. Not too many expected changes in the back four. Fred and McTominay in midfield. Three behind the striker are Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, with Edison Cavani starting up top. On the bench for Manchester United, we have De Gea, Telles, Tuanzebe, Williams, Ahmad, Mata, Matic, Van der Beek, Greenwood. The only notable missing really there from the week was Dan James. Eric Bailly still injured and not making the matchday squad. Let's get the Tottenham team up for you right now. So the Tottenham team for today is...
Sorry, I'm just leaning there. I'm just trying to see the game.
Jay's still trying to watch this game. He's very intrigued. So, Tottenham team for today. Hugo Lloris in goal. Aurier, Rodon, Dyer and Reguilon as their back four. Højbjerg and Ndombele in midfield. Lo Celso, Lucas, Son and Harry Kane start for Tottenham Hotspurs. On their bench, Joe Hart, Alderweireld, Tanganga, Winks, Sissoko, Dele Alli, Lamella, Bale and Vinicius. And you've got Jay Motti having a look there, trying to see the goal.
Yeah,
the
I was just
right
seeing there. There's a camera in the way. I was just seeing there because it was a Leicester
Kasper
corner.
Schmeichel
I see Kasper Schmeichel coming up. I thought, are they going to get a last-minute equaliser here?
But
there's still a minute left, I think, is there?
Yes, there is.
It's almost done,
chance.
but not quite. And like I said, you never know. You can never know with David Moyes' team. But I think we're going to go over any minute now.
Any
in a
minute now. 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes.
You've been told 5 minutes.
All right,
You're gonna 5.
What?
They're not even sat down. There's Stephen Howson.
Oh yeah, they're here now. Stephen Howson's here. Joe
Stephen
Smith's
Howson's
here.
here.
And Andy Tate's here. The dream team.
Dream team. What a front three.
Yeah. He's just spraying himself up now, Stephen Howson.
Oh, he had a splash there, Stephen Howson.
He's got his Red Bull as well. He's all set to go. He's got his Red Bull. He's put on a bit of brew.
Combative mood today.
So,
combative.
People in the comments saying, we better get the damn 3 points today, boys.
Would you take a point? Would you take a point right now?
Would I take a point right now? No, we should be beating Spurs. We're better than Spurs.
Okay.
They've got obviously they've got Harry Kane, and they've got Son's a decent player as well, but I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of Spurs players where I look at them and go, I think we really could do with him, or that's a great player. There's one or two, obviously,
and I think
that walk into our team. But like I say, I don't think this is a great Spurs team. If it was, why would they sat in 7th?
No.
This isn't a vintage Premier League season where you look at it and you go, oh, I'll tell you what, there's like 6 or 7 amazing teams in this Premier League. There isn't. So the fact that Spurs are sat in 7th tells you that they ain't that great.
No,
and you can't just all blame it all on they've got Jose Mourinho as a manager. It's not like he's got a great bunch of players.
Have you seen Harry Kane having a dig at Jamie Redknapp today?
No, what's he said?
He said, look, let's be serious. Before Jose were in, this team was soft. For 40 years, Tottenham have been a soft team. Like, there's never been anything special about this team. He said they're all just a bit soft. So, and Jamie Redknapp, no, you're saying that Modric and Van der Vaart and Bale team was soft. He went, well, they didn't win anything, so yeah.
Really?
He just proper dug into them. Leicester with a few more chances.
They're going through in the last minute here.
Is he giving that? No, he's not. He's up. Cross.
Oh, they've had a right chance there at the end.
Had a good
They're
chance
deaf.
there.
It's all,
Still a minute. It's
it's
a
all
few more
happening.
seconds.
Are
Corner
they going to
to
get another
Leicester.
corner as well?
Are they going to get it?
Can they get a late equaliser?
It's all going on, Jay. It's all. Kasper Schmeichel's back up. He's gone back
Kasper
and forth.
Schmeichel again. He's my favourite Schmeichel, to
Is
be
he
fair.
your favourite Schmeichel?
Yeah, well.
Not even the dog from Corrie, no.
Yeah, all right, sorry, yeah, you're right. The dog, he's my second favourite behind the dog from Corrie.
Cross coming in.
This is all happening. Oh, it's gone wide there.
That should be it, I think.
That looks like it's going to be that. So West Ham getting a win by the look of it. Thanks in no small part to Jesse Lingard. Sean Ralph says, I hate Kasper Schmeichel. Fair enough. Jack Ganny says, I think Bruno will play on the left today with Pogba
That's
in
it
the
full
10.
time.
I don't know about that.
Bruno's not moving. Bruno's playing right there, right in the middle.
Con1WS says, belting dog that. Craig Mills says, haha, baggers.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it's ended at West Ham 3-2 to them. Does us a favour. Leicester obviously getting another defeat, so puts us in the driving seat for that top 4 position.
We can go 7 points
we want
clear.
More than that, don't we? We want more than just top 4.
7 points clear of Leicester if we win today. We can be 11 points behind City with a game in hand if we win today. 11, and they Tate saying don't say that. But that's
well, you'll be hearing from Andy Tate in a minute.
In very shortly.
I'm sure
they all look prepared. Steve looks
can ask
ready.
All about it, yeah.
Primed and ready, Stephen Howson there in that shot. We can see it. Primed and ready.
So, get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about anything. Let us know what you think about the West Ham result.
Changed?
Let us know your score predictions. Let us
you
know
went
what you think about
4-4, didn't you? Or 4-0 or something, didn't you?
4-all, I think I went for. Yeah.
Have it changed now?
Yeah, I think it'll be 5-4 tonight.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Same. Yeah.
I went 1-0. I'm going to go 2-1 now. So
you've gone 2.
Now that the teams have come out, I think they score, but I think we score 2. There you go.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Right.
Listen.
Should we hand over to them?
Shall we do this? People in the comments. Jacob OC says 1-1 and East Joshy says 0-0. So lots of confidence in this already from the viewers. Yeah, we'll go over to Joe Smith, Andy Tate, and Stephen Howson. They'll be taking you through for the watch along of United's trip to Spurs.
Howdy, Andy.
All right.
You all right?
Afternoon.
Stephen, you all right?
Smashing. Alex, will you grab us my iPad out my bag from upstairs, please, when you go up?
That's good, isn't it?
Cheers. Nice trainers, by the way.
No, Alex has got new trainers. Did he show anyone of these new trainers? Alex's big new trainers.
Big new trainers.
American coloured trainers.
NBA.
Yeah, NBA trainers. Andy Tate, how are
you? It's a replay. No,
yeah, it's still only 3-1 to Leicester at the time that went in.
As you were, Joe.
Yeah. That'll be a replay, that one, Steve. Man United have got Tottenham today.
Fucking equalised it up.
You came in the studio upstairs, Andy, and what did you say to me? What was the first thing you said to me?
2012 is on.
We're going to win the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. Why are we going to win the league?
Because 2012 is role reversed, and let's have some fun.
For anyone who doesn't remember what happened in 2012, for any of our younger
The Mayan
audience
calendar
members,
thing.
Not the Mayan calendar
right,
thing,
okay.
no, Steve. Andy?
Tell us
more.
Last 8 games, Man United were 8 points clear with 6 games to go. And on our run-in, we drew 4-4 with Everton, lost 1-0 to Wigan, and lost 1-0 to Manchester City. The 7-point swing. So if we win today, then let's just put that on the back burner for this week. And if we win next Sunday, it's on, mate.
You think?
It's fucking on.
Fucking on, Steve. It's fucking on, innit? No. What do you mean, no?
No, is it fuck on? Right. Do I believe City can drop more points before the end of the season? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do I see United winning all our games to the end of the season?
Yes, easy.
No, I don't.
What? What do you mean, no?
No, I don't.
Did City, in that 20... I'll be honest, I've never gone back and looked at what City... I know the QPR thing, I don't need to look at anything else.
Isn't their goal difference also well significantly better than ours?
Did
Right.
City win?
So what happens is
every
we go
game
all the way to
season?
the end, and then they win it again on goal difference.
You take a final day, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you don't have to, if they don't win, draw. You know what I mean?
The only issue, what is it?
Stagnate.
We
It's
can
a big
go
week
8
for them.
points behind on...
I think Chelsea do.
On same games, can't we?
Dortmund could go either way, but I think Chelsea do them.
Chelsea, Tottenham, on a day, it can happen, but it's a big week for them. If it backfires, it could knock the
I just
confidence.
think their squad's far too deep.
I know.
Not get it
I know. But
Leeds is always going to be the kind of game that they lose because Bielsa's never going to consider what they're going to bring to him, and he's like, "I'm playing this way. Let's have it." And there are weaknesses you can expose in that City team, but you got to be brave to do it. And I think Bielsa's borders the brave, stupid line really well. So.
Balls to it. Let's live for a few weeks. Let's enjoy something.
Andy, I'm on your
Bollocks.
side. I'm on your side. The pub's reopen tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're going for
Yeah,
starters.
exactly.
We might be not doing any work tomorrow afternoon. We might.
Fair
be
enough,
It's not
mate.
might be, is it? It's a, we aren't doing any work tomorrow afternoon.
Can't you just do it live from the pub outside?
Oh, no.
No,
I've just remembered something. It's going to throw a bastard in my bastard if we're going to the pub in the afternoon.
What?
We'll talk about it. We'll think about it. Got a blood test tomorrow afternoon, Anna. What happens if it's full of booze?
So what happened here? You booked me in for the 12th, mate. It's on you, that.
Yeah, that is on them.
Alcohol increases brain cells.
That's true, actually. You see there...
Wait.
The,
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
I'm only quoting Homer Simpson.
Oh, okay. You see there, United 14 points off City with 2 games in hand at the minute. That's what you're referring to, innit? We can go 8 points off them.
Yeah.
8 points, less than 10 going into the last 8 games of the season.
I would rather lose the league by 8 points than 14 or 17 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you know you kick yourself in the summer where you went wrong. Them draws against Leicester, West Brom, Everton, Arsenal.
That's it.
Says it all.
That's 8 points right there,
Fuck
isn't
it, let's get a little bit closer to him. I'm not asked.
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy it.
I like a bit of positivity, don't you? A little bit.
Yeah, pubs are open.
Yeah.
Oh, leave Man United top positivity.
Right. There's a difference, Joe, between being positive and being ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
God, I've asked Man City fans this.
Go on.
When they were
find
behind,
them?
8 points behind with 2012, with 6 games left, I asked City fans, could they still believe they won it? Not one of them said yeah.
Exactly.
Thank
And
you very
what
much.
happened? They fucking won it,
You
didn't they?
you asked Roberto Mancini. I don't think he did. He got help from the big man upstairs, and I tell you what, I'll say that for us
What,
for this
Sheikh
season.
Mansour?
Nope.
God.
But he went to the church last day of the season against QPR.
Did he?
He did. He did indeed.
I do know. What documentaries you've been watching?
Well known, well documented.
Is it?
You're a puppy, you mate.
I'll be honest, I'm not a puppy. I haven't watched much of the Man City side of that 2012 season. I just blocked it all out. When I see
even
that goal,
mentioned it- he
when I see
mentioned it
that
on the
goal
Monday
coming on
after
a
winning the
highlights
league.
package, I changed the channel.
He
I can't
mentioned
bear
it.
it.
Pardon me if I've got a sore throat. So.
It's all right. You've always got a sore throat when you come on here. Let's talk about Manchester United's team then.
Axel's on the bench.
Axel's on the bench. Well, he's got to be because we ain't got any other centre backs.
I know, but he's never usually on the bench.
Yeah, Phil Jones is injured.
What? When did this happen?
He's been injured for about 6 months, hasn't he? Phil Jones is injured. Eric Bailly's got COVID, and then the other 2 centre backs are on the pitch. So we've got to play someone. Marcus Rashford on the right hand side. Is that an issue for you, Andy? He does most of his best work off the left.
I think he does. He does. He'll play through the pain barrier. He'll play wherever he's told to play. But he's better on the wing, cutting in, and that's what part of his game.
What do you reckon, Steve? Rashford on that right hand side. Not
No,
good.
his main attribute, he's an inside forward. He's not a winger. You know, he comes in and shoots, or he comes in and he links up and creates when he does. When he goes down the right-hand side, he's got an all right cross. It's not amazing. But I think you just completely clip his wings.
Yeah.
His main attributes are just gone.
There's some suggestion on social media and in the chat as well that it's going to be a front 2 of Cavani and Rashford with a Fernandes, Pogba, McTominay, Fred Diamond in behind him. What
I'd
do you
actually
reckon?
prefer that than 4-2-3-1, but I'm not sure that'll be the case. I hope it is the case, because then it'll mean Marcus is still on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
For me, the weakness in the Spurs squad is, what is the Spurs team, by the way? Because it's Aurier, essentially. Aurier, Sanchez on that right-hand side. They're shit, for want of a better word. And they're the weakness in that Spurs side. So Shaw and Marcus linking up down that left-hand side, for me, is very appealing. That's where I think United would cause them trouble. So you nullifying that by putting Marcus on the right-hand side with Wan-Bissaka as his support, when you're not getting goals and you're not necessarily getting link-up out of Marcus, it's a waste of time.
There's no Sanchez. It is Aurier on that right-hand side. I'll go through the full team. It's Hugo Lloris. Right to left, it's Aurier, Rodon, not Sanchez. And then it's Eric Dyer and Reguilon at left-back. And Ndombele and Højbjerg as the holding midfielders. Then Lo Celso, Lucas and Huminson behind Harry Kane. But I think Rashford versus Aurier, you fancy Rashford, don't you? And we might not see that now with him playing.
If he does line
on
up
the
on
left.
the right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one, innit? If he does line up on that right-hand side, yeah. It's a good Spurs side, though. Like, Ndombele and Højbjerg's a great midfield pairing. I mean, it's just levels better than McTominay and Fred.
Do you think?
If you don't think, we need to have a word.
Yeah. What this is like Google's team lineup thing. They've got it as Fernandes on the right,
it won't be
Pogba at 10, Rashford on the left. You don't see that.
It won't be that.
No. Andy, we lost 6-1 to Tottenham last time.
Yeah,
Does this mean a little bit more because of that? Do you think this is obviously we've got the Jose element, but that was there then. Do you think the fact that we got battered so badly by Tottenham last time we played them is going to make a difference in terms of how this game is played and how much it means to the team?
I hope it does, because if it doesn't, then you seriously shouldn't be on the pitch.
You think?
It's an incentive. We want to win. We want to cement our top 4 status. And I don't care. I love to win 6-1, but I'll take any win today.
Yeah.
I just want to put a record straight.
Do you see this stuff as well about Ole saying top 2 isn't an achievement, top 2 you don't win anything for top 2, all that sort of stuff? Basically, a lot of people think that was a reference to how Jose came out and said that finishing second with United was his biggest ever achievement or whatever he said. Do you think there's a little bit of mind games going on there?
Yeah, mind games, contradictions. I mean, a few weeks ago, Solskjaer didn't put himself in a good bracket with what he said, which was misinterpreted anyway.
Yeah.
But it's still hurtful. But
about trophies and stuff.
Yeah, trophies are a part of this club. That's what we all know about. We all know we've got to improve in the league. But yeah, I mean, mind games between them two. Yeah, I think Jose's still bitter about his sacking and the way he was treated on the way out.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wonder if it makes him bitter as well, the fact that Ole's doing, I would say, better than him with essentially the team he took over. Like, I mean, not the team he took over, but Jose's team, isn't it, largely? Do you think that plays a part in Jose's mind as well? I know he hasn't won the trophies yet, Ole, but in terms of league positions, it's been more consistent under him than it was under Jose. We never finished top 4 2 seasons in a row under Jose. Do you think there's part of Jose that's thinking, I've got to make another reason why I failed at United that wasn't my fault, because at the minute, this lad who's meant to be a PE teacher from Norway is doing better with my squad than I did?
I mean, to be fair, there's a case for both, because if Jose was screwed over, when you finish second and lose a cup final, and you want to push on, when you know you can try and win the league, and you don't get back to the transfer market, that was his downfall. He's mouthing off, bitching, moaning. But it plays on both parts with them. But yeah, it will rattle in that Solskjaer is doing a little bit better constantly. Second place, third place, second place, and hopefully next season we can go a little bit one better, and it will rattle Jose.
It will. Do you think it will, Steve? How much do you think Jose's asked that, like, Ole is third, looks like it's going to be second? I know Jose finished second, but he also finished sixth.
I think it probably does play a lot into it. Jose's lost his charm. He was charming. Young Jose, 15 years ago, was charming, and he was always snide, but he did it with a smile and a twinkle 15 years ago. Whereas now he's very bitter.
Grumpy.
Yeah, and grumpy. And I think it comes across in a different way. And I think he's lost his edge, and I think he's probably lost a little bit of what made him so successful. And a lot of it might have been brought by Rufario. I don't think we'll ever really know the extent of what impact Rufario had on these teams.
When did he leave? He left when he was at United, didn't he?
Yeah.
When was it? What season was it?
End of the season. Was it after the Europa League?
Could have been.
When did we play Watford last game of the season? Was it Carrick's last game?
Can you find out when
2018
summer.
2018, yeah, we won 1-0.
But that was his last game, Faria, because
summer 2018.
Me and Mac was in Jess's box for that game, so we got to go in the players' entrance, and as we were leaving, Rufario tried to sculpt past us, like hood up and like, being a bit thingy. So I gripped him just to say, like, best of luck wherever you're going or whatever, and he was like that. Cheers.
Yeah, it was 2018. Summer of 2018 he left, and then obviously 6 months later, Jose was sacked, wasn't it? Or was it a year later?
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
6 months.
6 months.
December.
Was it 18, Jose? Yeah. So yeah,
straight after Liverpool.
So I don't think we'll ever know really fully what impact losing Rufario has had on him. He obviously hasn't won anything since then. But I also think that it probably plays into his mind a lot about what's going on at United now. And I think it also shows, yes, he wasn't backed, but he was also trying to get rid of players that he had here, which Ollie's getting a better tune out of.
Yeah.
Shaw was gone.
Yeah,
completely.
gone. Yeah.
Pogba would have been gone. Marshall would have been gone. Now, Marshall's not been at the races this season. Ollie got 20 goals out of him last season, 20 plus goals out of him last season. He's had a tune out of Pogba when Pogba's been available for selection.
Yeah.
So
even Rashford, Jose was quite willing to stick the boot into on multiple occasions at United, and then after he left United, Luke Shaw, as he said, was like,
Luke Shaw.
He certainly wouldn't be gone. Luke Shaw is another one as well who probably would have been gone if it was still up to Jose.
Probably Luke Shaw as well.
I mean, to look for Jose, it's tough love, isn't it? And it doesn't work these days.
Well, I don't know if it's weird, isn't it? Because I think Jose's tactics work when he's winning. He's one of those like snowball type personalities where it's like when it's winning, it's great. Because it's like us against the world. If you fuck up, you can fuck off. All this like really, really harsh words, harsh love. And when you're doing well, it's like, yeah, come on, get in, get stuck in.
I mean,
but when you're not winning, it's like,
look at Tottenham now.
Fuck off.
Look at Dele Alli.
Yeah.
Hardly fucking see.
He always picks on someone, doesn't he?
He always
walks
gets
in
someone
and
out.
goes, fuck you,
Yeah.
when he walks in.
And you're like, why? Like, cause. Big Tony says, all right, Shaggers, hope you three boys are well. You well, Andy? Got a bit of a sore throat, haven't you?
Yeah, it's called working a night shift in the fridge.
I know. That's not a euphemism, by the way. He does actually work in a fridge.
Yeah.
It's not like some weird, like, sex thing.
No.
You've been working the night shift in the fridge, Andy? If you know what I mean.
And even if it is,
I don't even know what that would mean as a sex thing, but it is actually a literal thing.
let us know in the comments. What?
Big Tony says, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, good. I'm good as well. Ashmeet Singh, who screwed up, guys, because I thought Steve Howson hated live streams. No, he don't. He loves them. They're his best
No,
friend.
I hate him.
Oh, okay. Cool. Someone said also Luke Shaw. That's a good point. We should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
We should have mentioned that.
Touch on Luke Shaw.
Let's talk a little bit about Luke Shaw, though, actually, because his season's obviously been massively better than it was, I would say, in probably 4 or 5 seasons. He looks to be favourite to be England's left back at the Euros. He is, I would say, United's first choice now quite comfortably, much improved. United's defence in general, since Christmas, have conceded far less goals than they did before Christmas. Do you think he's going to play a big part in this today? Because I think since Christmas, he's got the most assists for anyone for United. I think he's got 5 or 6 assists. Are you concerned that taking Rashford out from in front of him will affect his effectiveness going forward?
Yeah, they're working all right together as a partnership down one side. I think this is, again, a case of potentially trying to shoehorn Pogba in because it's Pogba rather than what's the needs of the team. Like, as I said to when I was upstairs, I thought this would be the team and the way it goes down. I mentioned that in my preview, but I also said, realistically, what I would have liked to have seen us do is just get rid of Fred and go with Pogba and McTominay as your midfield and have other attacking players in attacking areas, not shunt one of your most creative outlets, most deadly outlets in Rashford to a side where he's ineffective just to put Pogba onto the pitch. Now, if it's a diamond that we've gone with, well, that's different. And I'd be interested in seeing how that lines up because I think that the component parts make sense. Fred in the 6, McTominay right-hand side sort of midfield, Pogba on the left-hand side sort of midfield, and then you've got Cavani and Marcus up front. I think gives you a lot of options. It's a little bit weaker on the right-hand side because you've got Wan-Bissaka effectively with no one to link up with. But I don't think the McFred partnership really has got enough forward playing it and enough quality in possession to be able to move it forward.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Rashford, is it a shame that we're pushing him out for the sake of getting Pogba in there? Or do you think there's, like Steve suggested, it may be a diamond where it's not pushing Rashford out necessarily, it's just changing the whole system that can be a bit more effective? Because let's not forget, what was it, last season or the season before? Rashford scored that goal, Pogba played him through,
Old Trafford
Rashford
cut in.
Across the goalkeeper. I think we won the game 1-0 or 2-0.
2-1.
2-1. Like,
I mean,
that was from the right-hand side.
Yeah, the right-hand side, he was dominant first half. I even remember after he scored, he smashed one against the post a few minutes later.
Yeah.
Because I was in the United Road end. But, yeah, it's trying to accommodate, but players will suffer on a performance.
Yeah.
So it's like that big Gerrard-Lampard debate. How do you accommodate the best two?
Except it's now Pogba.
You fucking
Fred,
get rid of one, and
McTominay.
you should have played Hargreaves or Carrick instead, is what you should have done. Probably Gerrard.
But the thing is,
Lampard because he's a footballer.
The difference I would say is we don't have the Hargreaves or the Carrick. We've got Fred, Matic, which isn't really this.
No, we've got no balance whatsoever.
Obvious...
It's absolutely not good enough. We've got far too many squad players and not enough first 11 players, and we're putting squad players in and then wondering why we're not getting a tune out of them. Phil Neville. I mean, Nicky Butt. I've got a lot of fucking love for how he was as a player, but Nicky Butt he played or started 10, 15, maybe 18 games a season.
Yeah.
Not 50.
No. And that's what Fred's doing, isn't it?
And what would have happened is, if he was the one that was coming in, the rest of the midfield would have been first choice. And he's good enough that the quality doesn't suffer because he's in the starting 11.
Like a Ji-Sung Park.
Yeah. And then, but you wouldn't necessarily have played Nicky Butt, Ji-Sung Park, Phil Neville as a midfield, which is what it feels like United are doing at the moment. And it's, if you've got Carrick and Scholes and Giggs, one of them coming into it, not a problem. But when there's three of those, problem. And I think that's what we're in at the moment. We've got not enough first choice players and far too many players that are what you would call squad players. And I think that's just the massive issue with it.
Yeah, I reckon Fred coming in for 10, 15, 20 starts a season in and amongst a better midfield could work. But the fact that he's basically the first name on the team sheet.
He's like his favourite.
Yeah. I think it just isn't that many options. I think that is the problem. I do think it's an options thing.
Like, there's no competition in that midfield.
Yeah.
It's just players that'll just go in, come out, and that's it.
So Quibbler Hussein says, can you ask Andy to tell his rant on Moyes? Well, we won't do that because if you want to see Andy Tate's rant on Moyes, you can Google that or put that on YouTube. What do you reckon to the job Moyes has done today? I mean, if we win today, we go 7 points clear of Leicester in third. So basically, I wouldn't say, top two is assured, but we've got as much chance of catching City or the same number of points to City as it will be to Leicester if we win today. So what do you make of Moyes' job at West Ham?
A fair play to him. He's doing a good job. I mean, top four. I mean, I don't think they'll make it top four, but European qualification.
They keep doing it though, don't they? They're
winning. Sitting there now. They've got the hat on.
They keep winning. Yeah, but you think they'll lose this one and they've won it.
You've watched them last three games. 3-0 against Arsenal. 3-3.
True.
3-0 against Wolves.
3-2.
And today as well.
Yeah.
So
they need 3 goals, otherwise they don't win. It's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Fantastic coming out the blocks, but it's what happens between now and the end of the season. That defence could cost them.
I'd love them to get that top 4. Like us, I mean, City obviously getting top 4. I think mathematically they can't.
Us
Leicester and West Ham. How good's that? No Chelsea, no Liverpool, no Arsenal, no Spurs in the top 4. That'd be sensational. I'd love it if they did get top 4 and get fucking Everton a Europa League spot as well. That'd be lovely. Ross Murphy says, Stephen, what did you say to the ref that got a red card? Well, if there's a good way you can find that out, and that is go to the Stretford Paddock FC YouTube page.
Don't think you hear it.
Check out the video.
You don't hear it.
Oh, you don't hear it. All right, tell us then. So you don't have to watch the video.
I just said, are you going to start getting a fucking control of this game? Or no, that. Basically.
Words to that effect. Disgusting.
It's always Ronaldo. I feel for my boy. Someone tried to 2-foot Ronaldo.
He's protecting his player. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
And the referee doesn't give protection. I'd say, ref said a joke. All fucking levels.
Yep. Johnny Orbital says, Joe, I'm a hairy guy. Any manscaping tips? I don't want a desert island and coconut tree looking thing. Also, who's the new guy in the middle? Well, that's what you'll be saying, who's the new guy in the middle, once you've shaved your nether regions for the first time. Just don't set it to the finest setting and make sure you blend it into any longer or shorter hairs on legs, tummy, chest or back.
Black Predator, blend it in.
Blend it in.
Black
Just
Predator.
blend it. You don't want hairy desert island, like you said, so make sure you blend it in. That's the key. Aaron Dickinson with the super chat said only Fergie could play midfield of Gibson, O'Shea and the De Silva twins and get away with it. But that's the thing. He didn't play that midfield 35 games a season. He played it once.
Played it once for banter,
yeah.
and it worked. And he was like, ha, I'm mint.
Fergie couldn't have won leagues with that midfield.
He got to a Champions League final with it.
Well, he did, but that's what I mean. It wasn't like, that wasn't United's midfield, whereas now United's midfield is Fred and McTominay. When really it should be Pogba and Ndidi or
if Pogba goes, get in Grealish and watch fucking Grealish dominate.
Yeah.
And he can bring his puppy to the fucking press conference.
Whoever it is, get the puppy in midfield. Right, we've got 5 minutes till kick-off, Andy. Give me your score prediction.
2-1 United.
Going. Who's scoring?
Rash and I'll go Bruno.
No thinking outside the box there, is there? The best 2 players.
The lads who are getting all the goals.
The lads who are getting all the goals.
Yeah, the people who fucking put in an effort and a shift.
Good point. Steve, what are you saying? What are you thinking? Has it changed since you've seen the lineups as well?
No, I thought it'd be that.
Did you?
2-1's a good scoreline. And I reckon Eddie Cavani's getting in on the mix.
Yeah,
we might have to go behind though. I don't know why might have to go behind. But there's something about this United team that I don't panic when we go behind.
25 points won from positions or losing positions so far this season, United, which is I think 9 more than anyone else in the league. Leicester second with 16.
Very
so
predictable.
That's why you don't feel lacking confidence because we just do it all the time.
We just feel last few weeks very
concede.
Yeah,
very predictable.
See you
United.
at the 90th minute.
Very predictable.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Johnny Orwell says, dealt with it like a pro. Go on, Joe. Cheers, lad. I'm going to go 2-1. One quick thing before we do kick off, which again is in 4 minutes now. Dean Henderson now is Manchester United's number 1, isn't he? He plays in the league. De Gea plays in the cup. It's done.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Ollie went, and no one noticed.
Just switched him over. There's like this big conversation about it, and everyone's like, "Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?"
It fucking happened.
And then it happened, and everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess it did happen." That was easy, wasn't it? What are you surprised that like already Henderson
Man
is United's
management,
number 1?
black belt.
Yeah, just in front of everyone's eyes. Sleight of hand. De Gea out. Henderson in.
De Gea's won Europa League.
What the fuck, Andy?
He's also won the Premier League,
but
which is a bit more exciting.
What the fuck, Andy?
I don't give a shit. De Gea's better on a European night. Maybe that's the way he's thinking.
Interesting. But do you not think that Henderson is the number 1 now? Because Henderson obviously played all those games in a row when De Gea was in
I
Spain.
do think he is number 1, but there's going to be competition now.
Yeah.
So you're going to need good.
And the rumours in the press as well that De Gea's been sold in the summer, or United are open to selling De Gea in the summer. A few people, I think Sam Johnston was one of the ones mentioned as coming in because Romero wants out. They want to get rid of De Gea, so we're going to have to come up with a second goalkeeper.
Someone in the comments says your record versus the top 6 sucks, and you're gassing. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Well, it's not that bad, is it?
I mean,
beating City.
Well, I mean, it can't be that bad. We've only lost 4 games all season. Do you know what I mean?
So what's the top 6?
One of them was
at
Sheffield
home.
United. One of them was to Crystal Palace.
So we drew with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And we drew with Chelsea.
Yeah.
We drew with City and we beat City.
Yeah. Drew with Arsenal, lost to Arsenal.
They're not in the top 6. What the fuck are you talking
that's
about
a
them
good
for?
Drew with Liverpool.
Drew with Leicester.
Leicester. What was the other score?
West Ham beat them
Yeah,
twice.
West Ham. How about shut up, mate?
Great point. But no one's going to put West Ham in the top 6, are they? Because being in the
Why
top 6
though?
doesn't count
They're
as being
in
top
the
6.
top 6.
No, I agree with you. I agree. The top 6, the big 6, I suppose, is a different question.
No, that's something that got invented just because Arsenal are now 11th.
Yeah.
Right? What a load of bollocks.
Well, no,
it used to be the top 4.
The big
right?
6 was originally invented because because Liverpool were 7th, and they wanted to be a big team still.
It was the
And
top
then it was
4
Arsenal.
because of the early 2000s. The same teams was always qualifying for Champions League. Then it became the big 4 once a couple of those didn't do that.
Yeah. It was United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Correct.
They were the 4.
That's your big 4.
Yeah.
Then
And then City obviously
City
came
won the
in.
lottery.
Yeah.
And then
Tottenham started doing
it stayed
well as well.
It stayed the big 4 for another 10 years.
Yeah.
And then now it's apparently a big 6. But, like, I'm sorry, Liverpool. You've won the same amount of fucking titles as Leicester have in the last 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
You get put on the same fucking bracket as they do. And they're above you in the table. So, like, literally, you have no more right to be in this big 6 fucking thing as Leicester do. So shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Wise man speaks words.
Very, very true indeed. I'm nervous for this. Are you?
No, I'm chilled.
I think it needs mentioning this week as the players are conducting a minute's silence. This week we lost a monarch. We lost an inspiration to many. We lost a hero. Rest in peace, DMX.
I wondered what was coming because I knew it wasn't going to be sincere. I knew that much.
How dare you? We had the lads playing it before kickoff yesterday.
I like
Just getting
DMX.
them fired up.
Yeah, rest in peace, DMX.
You can't get fired up to
Rest
a
in
DMX
peace.
tune. You are dead.
Yeah,
Expo,
oh, yeah.
give it to you.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Are you nervous, Steve? Andy's fine. I'm shitting it.
I don't get nervous.
Good to know.
You want nerves, mate? If it goes to the last day of the season.
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking nerves.
But that's more nerves.
I
You're
might
allowed
be
to
nervous
be nervous
then.
for other things.
I say I might get nervous. Do you know what? No, even then I won't be nervous. I'll be drunk.
I get nervous biting into a fucking chicken mini fillet that's not quite hot in the middle. Like I'm allowed to be nervous for United. Come on. You're allowed to be nervous at multiple different levels for multiple different things.
There's nerves. There's getting married nerves.
Well, we haven't had that, have we?
No, I'm just saying.
Should we get married if United win the league?
I'm not married. I'm just saying
No,
this.
I marry you.
No.
YouTube marriage. But only if United win the league. We won the league, who cares?
Right, Joe, just talk me through this, right?
get
So,
absolutely shitted
last
for
game of the
6 months.
season,
Yeah.
somehow we've absolutely finessed this into being maybe like better City's result on the day and win the league.
Yes.
Talk me through your morning routine. So it's a Sunday. They're always Sundays. Is it 4 o'clock they kick off on the Sunday?
Three- it'll be 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock on
Last
Sunday.
day.
3 o'clock. For the
Sunday.
lads.
So it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
What time are you waking up? What are you having for breakfast? What time are you in here? Yada, 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 yada. I want to know your entire day because I'm assuming there might be fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are getting tickets. Maybe one of us gets a ticket.
Yeah.
The vast majority
It's
of
a way
us
of
are going to
Wolves, isn't it? So
Adam will get one.
Adam will get one, yeah, because he can walk to it. I'm waking up at 8 a.m.
Okay.
I'm having 2 pies, and I'm having a bottle of Beck's in the shower.
Are you treating it like you're on holiday?
I'm on holiday.
All right, I like it.
It's a holiday day, so a couple of Beck's, 2
The
pies.
shower beer is an underrated beer. You are a sovereign man when you
Yeah.
are having a shower beer. When you're having a shower beer,
Yeah.
you're in charge.
Yeah, and there's nothing quite like having a sip of beer and putting it on the soap dish that's on the wall with one of those like things. Soap dish, beer, 2 of them. Then I'm coming in the studio. And basically, I reckon I've got. Hopefully, fuck it. Pretend COVID doesn't exist. Got my mates here. Got my dad here. Everyone's in. There's like 70 people.
Oh, we got
in
a
the
crowd.
Studio. There's a crowd.
Studio. What are they called?
crowd.
Studio
audience.
Studio audience.
We've got a live
Audience was
studio
the word
audience.
I couldn't
We've
think
kicked
of.
off here. Live studio audience. Then I'm just getting.
Mate, a live studio audience would be insane,
Imagine.
you know. And I think that's the game you do it for, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just staying on a steady level of pissed until kickoff. I want to be able
Right,
to
are you
remember
drunk
it.
at kickoff?
I'm 5 out of 10 at kickoff because I want to be able to remember the game, but I also don't want to be sober because I'll be too nervous.
Okay.
I won't be sleeping because I'll be on the night shift. I'll just stay up all day.
Stay up all night. Pogba on the ball. What are you doing?
I might go to Tesco or any other supermarket that is available.
Supermarché.
Supermarché, yeah, because we're on holiday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Jojo said we was.
Yep.
And what I might do is I might get like that really good crushed ice,
Oh, yeah.
and I might get rummed out of my fucking box.
That fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I'm making a cocktail. What's in it?
But you
Rum.
need to be able to remember the day, though.
Why?
Because if you win the league, you can't not have
Listen.
it in you to remember that.
That's why all these lot are here doing videos.
And you just watch the videos back for
I'll
the memories.
remember it vicariously. I think that's
And you've got the banners on the walls to say it. Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just wishing and hoping. What are you doing, Andy, if United have got Wolves away last day of the season?
I'm getting fucking smashed and I'm going viral if we win the league.
I am getting absolutely viraled if we win the league.
Andy's going viral again, yeah. Adam says, never had a beer in the shower. I feel like it'll get watered down. You think that, but you've got to have some right good aim to get it through the neck of the bottle.
Oh,
it's
boy.
fine, mate.
Tottenham
Don't worry
on the
about it.
attack. Tottenham, see
Lucas
him
Moura
out.
1-on-1. Luke Shaw
Well
blocks
done.
it over the top. Yeah, you're not like water hitting your face having a sip of beer. You sort of just lean your head a bit, sip, put it back on the thing, suds. You're not like actually in the underwater with it, are you?
Yeah, you're not pouring it in your eyes.
No, it's just beers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've had a shower with headphones in before. So you can have a shower with beer. What? Have you not?
What do you mean, what? You can't say something like that and just look at me like,
okay.
Oh, what?
Right, so here's the thing, right? So
They get electrocuted.
when you've got long hair, when you've got short hair, obviously, every time you have a shower, you wash your hair. But when you've got long hair, it's a bastard washing your hair. So you only wash it like 4 times a week, not every day. So sometimes you don't wet your head when you have a shower, so you can have your little wireless headphones in.
All right. What do you do with the dough? You stick it below?
What?
Pointed straight at your chest.
What do you mean?
The shower head.
Yeah.
Do you do one of these manoeuvres?
Well, I'm above most showers anyway, if you can imagine such a thing. So I just look down on it or just slide it down the pole thing. Easy, really. Headphones. Perfect. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a big sesh. It might be a Wibs day.
Yeah, you've got to have some ribs.
I think it's gonna be
Does that include the Europa League final if we get there?
That's different though, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a midweek piss up.
It's also an evening
I don't
game.
really give a fuck about that. Like, I'll probably drink and I'll probably enjoy myself, but like, from where we've been the last 8 years, and even where we've been this season, it is Marcus on the right, if in case anyone was wondering.
It looks like Marcus on the right, Pogba on the left, Bruno through the middle, like we kind of put on our graphic before. That seems to be the way that they've set out.
I think winning the league in the circumstances that we're in, amidst the absolute wank fest that Guardiola's been part of, even though he's got the most expensively assembled squad the world's ever seen, I think would be such a good time. And also, City won this league in about fucking December. So,
Liverpool won it. Liverpool won it in December, didn't they? So
I think if they manage to pull it off this year, I'm going to be so fucking drunk.
For so many days.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just watching highlights and just drinking for days and weeks.
The news might be me in my bath at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The bath is full of champagne.
Yeah.
And just and pork
piss.
scratchings and piss. Steve's gone. Steve's gone.
Fuck it, let's have a dream. Just dream for
Yeah, exactly. Even
have
this
a laugh.
conversation.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you to
enjoying
Man
it.
City for losing yesterday, for allowing us to have this conversation, if nothing else.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm enjoying this little fantasy until Spurs go 1-up.
Yeah,
right?
I know. It's going to happen and all.
I'm digging it.
Keep the ball. Well done.
Like, I might even get on a sailboat and go somewhere.
Yeah, just float to the fucking
Just
Morocco.
fuck off somewhere. I
Yeah.
always wanted to be a pirate.
Yeah, just go the wrong way down the Suez Canal or something. But not in a big enough boat to, fuck the whole thing up. But just like where they're like, you can't come down, and you're like, I'm already halfway down it. Like,
got an eye patch.
What am I
Fight
going to do?
me.
Turn round. You might as well just let me through to Egypt now, because otherwise.
Was it that Castaway was a streaker against Granada on Thursday?
Yeah, I'd be doing that.
He looked like bleeding Tom Banks.
I'd be doing that at the City game.
He escaped him.
Yeah, he did. Loved that guy.
Slippery little bastard.
He was good. Apparently, he got in those advertising hoardings at 7 a.m.
Good lad.
And he slept there all day.
To be fair, he looked like it though.
Do you think he was naked at the start, or do you think it was a sort of Ace Ventura When Nature Calls Back of the Rhino moment, where he's in this advertising hoardings and he's slowly getting hotter and hotter, and he's like, kind of hot in these hoardings, like taking all his clothes off, and then by the time the match is on, fuck it, I've dripped through all my clothes.
Thought it was Mo Salah.
Who knows? There's a lot of lookalikes, weren't there? I got tagged on Twitter a couple of times for him, just because he's got a beard and long hair. The bastard.
He got away. I thought he got charged.
No, there's a video of him like hurdling a thing outside.
Yeah, and then at one point the police just pushes him, doesn't he? He don't even try and catch him anymore. He just pushes him.
He's off down the street.
Love
Damn
it.
large.
There's loads of police after him as well. And there's like 8 police all around this little like garden, and then he jumps over the hedge, and then one of them just pushes him and he runs off. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't even actually fully envisage winning the league anymore.
No, it doesn't seem possible, does it?
No.
Because it doesn't. I think even just winning the league without it being Fergie doesn't seem possible. Like the amount that he gives you in terms of confidence as a fan.
Yeah.
How can you ever believe you're going to win the league again if he's not in the dugout? Like it just, no one else can possibly.
But you know what
have
though?
that.
If we do win it, Joe, it's a sunny day. Now it's usually in May.
Yeah.
When the season ends, unless you're Liverpool and you absolutely fuck it up and pandemic.
Yeah.
You won it in when did they win it? Like July.
So much
Not bad.
pathetic.
So it's probably going to be May. It's usually good weather in it. So your memories are like shorts, sunglasses, bevs.
No
like,
t-shirt.
Yeah,
by
just
about 6 p.m.
Absolutely, just having it, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, me too.
Even though this is completely deluded,
Sunburn.
I don't care.
Factor 50.
Because celebrating it. I mean, to be honest, I'm going out tomorrow like we won the league.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Champions 2021.
Oh, that's an open invite, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you lot are in Manchester tomorrow, we'll be in Stevenson Square from about when it opens. Well, noon.
Noonish, yeah. Have lunch. And get a few bevsters.
You're going live at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. We are.
Are we?
Yeah.
On Instagram?
No. On YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, podcast.
I'll be walking through from the comic shop, so I'll scan for you.
Yeah, have a pint with us. Thoughts on these first 7 minutes then, Andy? What you seen?
Pretty much nothing really. They're just trying to suss each other out.
It's a bit
Cagey.
patchy, isn't it? Yeah. What do you think, Steve?
Oh, Aurier did get a bow to the chin then off Pogba.
Did.
Yeah, not so much. A bit bitter. No one. I mean, United looked like we're playing fairly decently high line. Certainly going for it. I think you can kind of do that against Jose because he is gonna chill a little bit more. That's his mood in these games, isn't it? Is definitely that. You got to watch out for Harry Kane though, because he knows where the net is in. Unfortunately.
Have you come round to Harry Kane yet, Steve?
No.
Interesting.
I'll take him.
I don't think he'd suit United, and I know there's tons of people disagree with me. That's fine. You're allowed. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't think.
Fair enough.
I just don't think what he offers as a player. Do I think he's a good player? Yeah, I do.
He's clearly been a great striker for Tottenham.
I definitely think he's a good player, and I definitely think if he went to Manchester City, he would score all the goals.
Yeah.
Because I think that their system's set up perfectly for him. But I think there's a bit more work rate needed in United and a bit more selflessness, and I don't see that in him. And I could be completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But my opinion is he would definitely suit City more than United, and I think Haaland's the opposite. And I think Haaland would suit United more than City.
Haaland, he likes a bit more quick play, I think, doesn't he, Haaland?
Yeah, and I think that's what we're about. I can see him leading an attack through the middle.
Kane's open there. Well done, Victor.
I don't like him going up against Lindelof. That's not a good fucking matchup.
Me neither, but Lindelof dropped back there because there was a moment where Kane found the space between Lindelof and I think it was Wan-Bissaka. You see him there drifting into it. Lindelof gets pulled out, and then as it stands there, look. But yeah, Lindelof just comes back and gets in the right place.
Why is Maguire coming all the way out there though?
Because Shaw's nowhere near Moura. Luke Shaw isn't even in shot when that ball gets crossed in by Luke.
Where was he though? Was he there where Fred was?
I don't know where he was, but we saw that replay from looking back across, and Luke Shaw wasn't on it. He's certainly not sticking a leg out to try and block the cross. Do we just not leave anyone up from corners anymore?
No, we haven't done since Ollie's been here. I don't like that either.
It's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to do it with Paddock this year, and I haven't done it. I bottled it. I'll do it in a friendly. I wanted to leave the players in like a formation. Do you know, as they go to take a corner, just leave the team in like a full formation, like midfield in the midfield. Do you like as you would draw them on paper? Almost.
Well, like is it at half time? Not half time. Kickoff.
No further up, like even into their half, just to watch the opposition go. What the fuck are these doing?
Yeah, but then they put 4 men in the box and just win an easy header and score.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe they flap thinking you're doing something different. Don't put a good ball. You only need one person to get on the end of a ball.
Yeah, and hopefully that could be the goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's a hell of a ballsy move. Is it going to work 100% of the time? No. Is it going to work 1% of the time? Maybe not. I just want to see.
Yeah.
This entire project that I'm doing is just me learning more about different things in football. So I want to do some silly shit and see if it works.
Go on then, do it.
I'm going to.
All right.
I'm not doing it in this cup though. I'll do it in a friendly.
Oh, okay.
I'm also going to play the WM formation of the Babes and see how that looks.
The Wonder Woman formation. Oh, no, it's not WW, is it? WM. Wonder Man. What's the WM formation then?
It's what the Babes played, where you've got half left and half right and all that caper.
What does that amount to?
It's basically like Duncan Edwards was a left half, which is a bit like if you had a pair of sixes, he'd be the left one of them, really.
Yeah.
Like a bit of an anchorman, playmaker type of guy.
Lovely. So when are you going to do that then? Friendly?
Yeah, I'll do it in a friendly.
Good lad. Ooh, see,
Would he play it if he gets to the cup final?
Absolutely not.
Fred, get back in position there. He's done well there, but he gets drawn out, doesn't he? And just gets turned so easy.
Philip Glover says beer is apparently good for washing your hair with, so there's an advantage to that too.
That doesn't seem true, does it?
Doesn't.
I'll take it though.
Yeah, but it's yeast in the beer. It makes your hair grow.
Is that true?
No, but I'm just saying
good.
it. I'm just
Is that
stating
another Homer Simpson quote?
Probably.
Good. I like a Homer Simpson quote. I'm nervous. Who's that? Kane. Just hit and hope into Fred. Bruno, good pass. Pogba. Keep the ball. Back to Bruno. That's better. Fred's made a run down the line as well.
Go on, Bruno.
That's nice. It's Fred.
Oh, Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come back. Oh, just fall on the floor.
Says it all.
That was a bit shit, wasn't it? He made a great run down the line and then tries to cut back and just falls over. Someone said Fred being Fred. It was a bit Fred being Fred, wasn't it?
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. So, who's that? Hello, lads. You all good? Yeah, we're good. I'm good. You good, Andy?
I'd be good if we get the 3 points today, yeah?
Yeah, me too. Not a fan of Rashford on that. Any reason you're a full minute behind? YouTube takes a minute to stream, so we're going to be behind because of that. Sky Go takes a minute to behind a telly, so we're going to be a little bit behind because of that. But what you see on the screen there is what we see there.
Yeah,
so
I had this.
If you want to sync it up, so you can watch it along with us, sync it up, pause your telly, and then press play again when that time meets your time on your telly, or you can watch us a little bit behind.
I had the same thing when I was watching you guys with Brighton
Yeah.
on the stream, and it was like, in the comments, 2-1 United, 2-1 United. I'm like, what's going on here? Then,
Yeah.
Then like seeing you reacting about like a minute later.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, you can sync us up and watch it at the same time.
James O'Brien, serious question. Could Galbraith be worse than Fred is at the moment? I thought second leg against Sociedad was the opportunity to find out when I think Solskjaer dropped the ball on that. I think he had opportunity whether either to start him or bring him off the bench, and he didn't. And there was absolutely no need for that, in my opinion. And I thought that would have been the opportunity to really find out. The guy plays international football. You're telling me he can't do 10 minutes in Europa League?
Yeah.
He's had an absolutely belting last couple of years, and I think he's absolutely worth an opportunity. Whether that means starting week in, week out, no one's asking for that, are they? But give him 10 minutes, and in an emergency, if Fred goes off injured, there's no one else on the bench, you know what this kid can do. It solves a question for you. And I thought that was mismanagement there from Ollie.
Yeah, maybe can get a game. If we put the game to bed against Granada at half time, maybe give him 45 minutes, second half. Would be nice.
If we get a goal against Granada, they need 4, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So put him on at half time, maybe. Give someone a rest. A lot of people talking about mayonnaise and being good for your scalp. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No.
That was in The Simpsons. That was in The Simpsons. I've seen that.
You
Mayonnaise
can
on
get
the hair.
mayonnaise for sure. I've seen that a lot of places. It's meant to be good. I think it's the egg. The protein in the egg's meant to be good for you.
Mayonnaise on a chicken burger is more better.
That is good. That is really... I'm not arguing with that. Oh,
Chicken burger
mayo.
now.
Yeah. Pogba. That's a good tackle, that. Who's that? Lo Celso, is it? Good tackle from Fred as well. Although it's just bounced straight into him.
Martin Cosgrove says, Ollie doesn't give youth a chance. I mean, come on, man. That's nonsense. He said the only reason Greenwood and Williams a chance is because no one else could play. Well, for starters, Greenwood's introduction into the team was the most managed that I've ever seen any player ever.
It was.
And Williams took Shaw's spot last season. Let's not change it because Shaw's in good form now. Let's not rewrite the history. Williams was better than him last season. He kept him out of the side.
Yeah.
When Shaw featured, he wasn't great. That's changed this season for obvious reasons. Well, not necessarily obvious reasons, but it's obviously changed.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of saying that, hang on. Ross, stop deleting the question just because he's arguing. I think that you can't say he doesn't give youth a chance. He hasn't give that one particular youth a chance. There might be other reasons. They might be seeing things in training that he knows he ain't quite ready yet or something along those lines. I'd like to have seen it. Doesn't mean that I had a right to see it. It doesn't mean that Ollie's not considered it and found him wanting with something else. Like, he absolutely gives youth a chance.
Yeah. I mean, no one counts it as youth because he's not 17 years old. But does the fact that Dean Henderson is Man United's number 1 not count as giving youth a chance?
Go on, Marcus!
That's gone wide. Does Dean Henderson not count?
Yeah.
Come through the academy, has displaced one of the biggest names in world football in his position, and is a young player for his position. Like that, Henderson being United's number 1 is giving youth a chance, but it doesn't count because they're not 17 and scoring 15 goals.
Rashford should have hit that first time. It was good link-up play.
It was good. Great win in the air by Pogba. That's what he's so
to
good at. There. Good pass from Cavani.
He should have hit it first.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get some space when but it allowed Dyer to come across its corner to United.
Make it count.
Yeah, I think people expect you only get classed as giving youth a chance if you bring in 7 17-year-olds as like first team players, and that just doesn't happen.
Not anymore.
No, I mean it never. He
literally did it against Astana.
Well, he did, yeah, as a one-off. But I mean, in terms of introducing youngsters to the team,
Never happened.
No, you can't. You just can't do that, and he does bring through a lot more youngsters than a lot of managers do. Was that a foul given there on Maguire? Didn't see that. That's not a foul. He's pulling Maguire's shirt. Where's the foul? He pulls Maguire's shirt first.
You should just launch yourself across the box as a defender.
Yeah.
He'll always get given that against an attacker. If you launch yourself on the floor as a defender, that'll always get given. That's the softest foul in football, I think.
Yeah, either
always
that
given.
or anything on the goalkeeper. But I think that one maybe even more so because they're like, well, a 5'6" attacker must have fouled the 6'4" centre back because otherwise he wouldn't have gone over. And there's a yellow card for Scott McTominay there for a tackle on Ndombele, I think. The ball just gets nodded down.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah. Mo Turkistani with a super chat said, Steve, would you rather United won the league or Champions League every year for the next 30 years or Paddock make it into the Premier League in your lifetime but United get liquidated tomorrow? Honest opinion.
What a shit question.
Who was better, Fred or Jemba twins?
Of course, United win everything.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, Paddock's a little bit of a project that I'm having.
But you don't
it's
want
not
United to be
overtaken my
liquidated.
fucking love for United. Not only that, we've got some pretty ambitious things that we want to see happen with the football team. But it will always be, at best, a semi-pro football team. We will never even think about attempting to go into the professional teams. I've got a professional team that I follow. This is something different, and it's actually written into the constitution of Stretford Paddock FC that this is a Manchester United supporting football team. That's how it was founded. It's in the constitution of the club, which you'll find on the website. Literally states it in there. It's not a protest club. This isn't an anti-Glazer thing. This isn't a protest against modern football, obviously, because it's a fucking YouTube channel-based football team. Like, it's just literally a Manchester United supporting football team. So I couldn't enter the same fucking competition that they're in.
Unless you get through all the way to the FA Cup third round.
But yeah, in the FA Cup, but even like I said, that's still like 10 fucking games or something, like to get through to that. It's 7 games sometimes to get to round 1. So like, or if we ever got even close to round 1 in the FA Cup,
it's an achievement in itself.
That's winning it, right? Yeah. You're not getting a round 3. It happens so rare. There's literally a couple of thousand clubs enter the FA Cup, I think. Or is it just under 1,000? Can't remember which way around it is.
Droylsden got to round 3, I think, 2008.
Cam's just put on the thing, not all players support United. No, but that's how the club was founded.
That's the tenets of the club, not necessarily the players.
Yeah.
Corner to Tottenham.
What is it? United win the league and Champions League every year for 30 years?
Yeah.
Or liquidated. Shut up.
Yeah, which would you prefer, Steve? The other question, which is maybe a slightly better one, who's better, Fred or Jemba Jemba?
I think Fred's probably better than Jemba twins.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
I mean, you're not talking about, you're not talking about 2 great players here, right?
No, you're not talking Keane or Robson. Go on, Harry.
See that there, Harry Kane making a very good pass for a runner is the epitome of why I don't think he suits United's play. Because we need the people we need our forwards to be the people making those runs.
Yeah.
And I think he wouldn't do that for United, or he'd do that for United and limit us. He looks good, but the team doesn't function correctly. And I think that was one of the symptoms of Ruud van Nistelrooy myself. Ruud was amazing in his individual performances, but did the team suffer to get the best out of Ruud? Were we a better team when we went to a 3-pronged attack of, Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo versus just trying to supply Ruud all the time?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that can be the thing with Harry Kane. If it can be all down Harry Kane's throat, fantastic. But when it's not all about Harry Kane, does the team dysfunction? And that's my issue. I'd rather focus on building a better team than making one guy look whatever.
I think if you'd have given Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo and Tevez, he'd have looked pretty good as well, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He would.
Juan Martinez. My friend Rob is stuck in quarantine because someone in his dorm tested positive. It's his first watch-along. Thanks for all the fantastic videos, boys.
Oh, that was nasty.
Glory, glory, Man United. Well, welcome, Rob, and sorry that you got stuck in quarantine.
Rob. Hi, Rob.
All right, mate. It's a shame that whole dorms thing, isn't it? Just everyone gets fucked because one person got caught snogging, probably. That's a life.
A bit more.
You know the full details. The area to Mora.
Shaw just getting fucking done then.
Henderson claims it. Yeah, passed around him easy there, wasn't it? And they're not trying to counter-attack here. Bruno. Aurier just gets enough on that. He falls over into it there, Aurier. United just sitting back a bit now, aren't we? Here, look. We just.
I mean, to be fair, Tottenham, is it one chance? Us one chance?
How weird's it going to be being back in stadiums again?
Oh yeah, I've got to use a passport. Screw it. Fucking.
They're asking for it, aren't they? But a lot of people, like football support, oh my God, well done, Henderson, well done. A lot of people are going, pushing back against it. It'll probably still happen, though, if the government wants it to happen.
I really hope they don't do that.
No.
Apparently, what I was...
It's for everything, isn't it? Passport for pubs, concerts, everything.
Aeroplanes.
So you're going to do every stadium, every division, every Saturday, all levels, including down to non-league. Yeah, good luck with that.
I was reading about these
we're behind closed doors at the minute.
People were saying that it's more the tech companies that want these passports because it's a great way for them to get every data about every person on the planet. The government are kind of like, we don't mind either way, really. And the tech companies are sort of going, no, do the passport, do the vaccine passports, because then we just get fucking all the information we could ever want. Not only do we get their email address, which we can already sell to telemarketing companies, we also get their health records. Like, fuck that. I really
this
hope
is
they don't
democracy. This ain't fucking China.
I hope they don't do it.
Nick88 says, I put my foot down this weekend and turned off the game, not watching such backward and medieval football anymore.
Okay.
What the fuck are you on about?
Just watching us watch it instead. Seeing if we can catch the reflection in our eye so we can watch it, but he can still tell his mates he hasn't watched it.
And GJ420 says, Howson is on, close his YouTube window. Well, you didn't. You commented. And don't let the door hit you on the arse on the way out, pal. Bye-bye.
Have you got the chat on a slight delay, Steve?
Don't know.
We should do, because otherwise you'll see if we score, won't you?
Is Adam doing London with us?
He will be. He should be giving us a review after the game.
Ah.
Cole will be here for that. Aurier, throwing on the right-hand side. No real chances so far, has there? There's been a half chance for United, Rashford, where he sort of tried to get past a man, but Dyer blocked the shot comfortably. Have they had a chance? They had that cross that Lindelof headed out. That's been about it, really, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Not full of chances. I suppose no surprise, really. United's record against other kind of top 8 teams is a lot of 0-0s largely, isn't it? So it's
Jack Flanagan says, how can Howson say that Kane won't suit United? I literally just went through it.
And he also
Bezos,
said, he also said
he
you might be wrong,
stated
but
it.
that's just your opinion. So, yeah, there you go. Well done, Harry. Maguire, not Kane. What do you reckon to Gary Neville saying that Maguire's more important for England than Harry Kane is?
He got totally taken out of context, which was always going to be the case.
People saying that he thinks Harry Kane's a better Maguire's a better player
That's
than Kane.
that's
which
not
isn't
the
what he said.
context. The context was England. I think to simplify it, England have got options up front and don't have at defence. It would have been a better way of saying it, rather than saying Maguire's more important for England. She's like, well, hang on. I think losing him is more catastrophic than it would be for Kane. And I think he's probably got a point. I don't know if he's right, but he's got a point. Because England are so thin at the back. Whereas, all right, take Harry Kane out. What's your options?
Sterling, Sancho, Rashford, Ings.
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin.
Like, yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right, take Maguire out of the back. What have you got?
Nothing.
Mings and Stones.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Connor Cody and Stones.
Tarkowski.
Yeah.
Like it gets. So I think the way he phrased it made it problematic for him. I think if he'd have said like, there's more options in the forward lineup than there is in the back line, I think that might have made people understand what he was saying more.
Yeah. A couple of times now, Cavani's link-up play, the ball gets played into him and he tries to play the ball back to midfield to carry on the play, and his passes have been like up in the air, being then he played the ball back to McTominay, and McTominay's having to half volley the pass to Wan-Bissaka because the pass back from Cavani's not good enough. He's done it about 3 or 4 times. He needs to work on that, or he needs
Cavani's
to
just
sort that out.
I think Cavani just wants to see the season out. That's
Maybe.
it, and leave.
He needs, whatever he's doing, he needs to be able to fucking pass the ball along the floor, because giving it back to the midfield, 6 foot off the ground, and then expecting him to control it and beat a man before giving it you back.
He's not the Cavani of Christmas, is there? So
Santa.
Southampton.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant.
When's the 1991 Cup Winners' Cup watch-along? When you get to 1,000 members. So if you want to see me and Jay absolutely fangirling out with a player or several, because they're all pretty much available, apart from Steve Bruce and let's see the rest in peace. Not that Steve Bruce is dead, he's just in Newcastle. We'll do it probably on the anniversary.
Nice.
Which is next month. So hurry up and get us to 1,000 members. Hit the little join button down there. Mm-hmm. We're not far off it. We're double figures away from it. So it ain't far off.
I'll wear my Cup Winners' Cup one for it, just to watch it.
Come and join. Get in the
Egbert
mixer.
With a super chat. Great show as ever. Howson and Tate are legends. Oh, and Joe. Cheers, Egg. And Deglan Pollock says, Henderson's speed, position and confidence with his feet is why he's starting. I love Dave, but it's everyone's time at some point.
What's your go-to drink tomorrow?
First pint I'm having. Depends what the weather's like, because you have to sit outside.
In the snow.
But I think it's meant
pretty
to
rough
be,
this weekend, wasn't it?
I think it's meant to be cold tomorrow. I've seen like 8 degrees and a snowflake on me.
Would you like a pint? No, we'll like a cup of tea.
Yeah, just
please.
a hot chocolate with some whiskey in it. I don't know.
Irish coffee.
But probably... I don't know, it's hard that, innit? Just a lager, probably. Start me off on a lager and see where I go from there. Or a bitter or something like that. What do you reckon?
12 o'clock's rough for rum, innit?
A bit.
Like, if I have that, you'd be like, you need to talk to someone.
Nah, rum o'clock, anytime.
What were you thinking? A lager or something? A beer?
I think it's got to be a bottle.
Yeah, I think a bottle. Or maybe a pint.
You think a pint?
Yeah.
Monday. I've got the snow symbol.
Yeah, it's the snow symbol. I thought it was.
Fuck. Oh, well, big coat and a pint. Maybe a glove so my hand don't get cold.
Fred to Lindelof.
Half the pubs won't be open anyway. So.
Yeah, half of them don't have outdoor seating, do they?
Nope.
And then
so Weatherspoon's going to have about 3 benches, and everyone's just going to be crammed round.
Yeah, a Weatherspoon's that usually has a capacity of about 490.
It's got a capacity of about 20 outside.
Have you missed a watch along this season, Joe?
Nope.
Not one. Are you Harry Maguire at this team?
I think I might be Harry Maguire. Have I missed one? Or maybe I've missed one. I don't know if I have.
Am I the Pogba then?
Yeah, you're the Pogba. You turn up occasionally.
Ooh.
And your agent says how you're going to leave.
What's Mac then? Someone on loan?
Martial, obviously. I don't see anything else like that.
Am I the Fred then?
You're no, because you're. Who would you be? You might be Tellez. No, you're De Gea.
An old legend.
Yeah. Oh, fine. Thank you. Don't mind that.
Yeah. Just a bit nothing so far this game, isn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing to it at the moment. It's just predictable.
Yeah, it is. See, this is where Cavani needs to step it up a bit.
I think he's just heard you.
He's done well there. He hasn't won a foul. Dan Ulrich with a super chat, I missed it before, said, who would you like to see as budget options for centre-back, defensive mid, right wing and striker this summer? Centre-back, I don't know.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, a lot of people are going to see their ass with this because everyone wants fucking like Sancho and Varane and things like that. But you could go and pick up, probably not now. He's at Everton. I think they're going to probably want like 70 million plus. But the likes of Godfrey, the likes of Sarr, players like this that are like St. Maximum. I mean, look at the performance he had again today. Like, I think he does that in the United shirt. I think he offers so much off that right hand side, and he doesn't cost 70 million.
No.
I mean, what did they pay for him? 30.
I think it was 30.
You're gonna.
So he might be 55.
50.
Yeah. Yeah. Any striker options?
There's not really many cheap striker options, unfortunately. No. You have to.
I mean, Cavani literally ticks that box.
Unless you find a gem in Europe somewhere.
Jemba.
But the thing is, strikers literally are pay cheap, pay twice, aren't they? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you don't usually get good, cheap strikers. It doesn't really go down like that.
No, unless you're getting like a how Dortmund got Haaland type of thing where you've got to put a release clause in there or whatever.
Rashford's down.
Yeah, Rashford's down on the edge of the box. Hopefully.
It's not pretty to watch this. You got one, mate.
Put the ball out.
It's predictable
down.
still.
That's what Jose does, isn't it?
Rashford is not.
Is he back up and walking? He tried to go for a little flip flop there, missed it.
Oh.
And then got fouled. That's a foul by Lo Celso there. He just kicks the outside of his ankle. How is this not a foul?
That's a foul, mate.
Look, that's just a foul. You can't just kick someone. I don't know if is that inside the box?
No, he's on the edge.
It's on the because that's he doesn't get the ball.
It's amazing how VAR will only see what it wants to see.
I don't know if they can check. If it's not a penalty, they can't check it, can they? Oh, they can check it, but they can't.
Can they check it for the free kick?
They can't give it for a free kick, no.
It's nonsense, isn't it? Like, if it's a wrong decision, it's a wrong decision. Don't categorise them.
No.
You got that wrong there. It's actually a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I give a free kick. Fuck it. Like, don't work like that. It's nonsense.
No. Fahad Khan says, Fred and 20 million for Calvin Phillips is what we need to do. I mean, how much do we think Calvin Phillips is worth? Like, I don't even know that he's better than Fred, to be honest.
I mean, it would be 20 million at least. That's a good ball because he's English. It starts at 20 million if you're English, even though I think West Ham reckon they're getting Jesse Lingard for 15 million. Did they put that out? Did they put that
I didn't see that. If it's no less than 20 million for Lingard, come on.
Declan Rice.
Like, he can't do what he's done. Because I think
13 they
West Ham would have taken 8 goals, 3 assists from Lingard all season, let alone in 6 weeks.
Yeah. Shoot!
Oh,
Cavani!
Cavani! Get it! Cavani with the goal. My only concern is
he offside?
There was someone who went down off the ball earlier on, and they're surrounding him here. Looked like maybe a slap in the face, or that's what they wanted.
Oh, I thought Pogba was going to shoot.
Yeah, I did. As well.
Pogba
It's a
turns and he's in
sensational pass.
space.
So it's getting
What the fuck
disallowed.
is this?
Down on the
You're
floor.
never giving this if this is just a normal sequence of play, are you?
No.
What happened?
Oh, fuck off. There's nothing
Fuck
in that.
off!
There's nothing in that.
Fuck off!
He puts it... Right, so Son puts his hand across McTominay. McTominay pushes his hand away and catches
Oh,
him
do you
in the
remember
face.
Burnley?
That's not
Do
a
you remember
foul.
Burnley? Just like fucking
Son's the
Burnley.
one who puts his arm across McTominay and he's trying to push it away.
The
That
referee's
isn't a
not
foul.
even looked at that.
That's
Like,
not a foul.
you can't bring it back that far.
It's a sensational pass by Pogba and a great finish. That is not a foul. If Son doesn't push his hand across McTominay to try and stop him, there's no contact at all. Son is the one that initiates that
What
contact.
can I
That's
just
not a
say?
foul.
What a first! He's megged him for starters. Aurier, who we identified as the weakness, has been megged by Pogba, and then who plays Cavani in, who megs the keeper.
Is this getting disallowed?
That's a fucking
They're gonna be
right
checking
goal,
it.
and it better stand.
There's no way that that's a foul.
Oh, fuck off!
Well, they didn't give it yet, have they? They haven't disallowed it.
Are we really having medical treatment for that, son? Fuck me.
You soft shit.
So Son puts... I mean, it's Son literally trying to stop McTominay by pulling him back. And McTominay puts his hand like that to push his hand off.
This is nonsense.
That's
if this
not
is the
a foul.
case.
That's not a foul.
I wonder if they're letting the rest of this play on now because they've made a decision it's not a foul.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they'd keep looking at that, wouldn't they, if they weren't sure?
Yeah, it looks like they're looking now for it.
No,
for,
yeah, that's
an
what I'm saying. Are
offside.
they looking for offside now?
When there's clearly no offside.
I think this might be given.
Bottle fucking job.
But
It's not a
it
foul.
ruins the fucking celebration because that so wasn't involved in the sequence of play.
Going to check it.
Fuck off, ref!
This happens, the ref is 10 foot away, carries play on, doesn't even fucking consider it.
Just shit.
Oh, this is wrong.
You can't, like, it's not malicious.
It's a body reaction.
He don't even look at him. He's not
He's
doing
trying to
anything.
push his arm away.
He's literally pushing his arm away. Heung-min Son steps across him and grabs for him.
You're a shit
That's the
house
foul.
ref.
That's nothing. That is nothing, that. What's he saying? He's blown his whistle, checked it. Free kick.
Oh, he's disallowed it. I don't believe this.
That's a fucking disgrace. It's an absolute fucking disgrace.
What the fuck?
Fucking shit house. Fuck your fucking VAR.
That is pathetic.
You're not giving that unless you go look at it with
Oh,
VAR.
you soft. Oh, you
It's
soft
clearly
shit.
accidental, man. He's not even looking. It's such an accidental thing.
He doesn't swing, he just literally puts his arm out backwards. It's not a swing, it's not like a closed fist. It's
Look at my feeling. That's a new meme.
Yeah. That's pathetic.
Oh, come on, man.
Absolutely pathetic, that.
That's absolute nonsense. That's a horrendous call.
Solskjaer has blew his gasket. Go on, Solskjaer.
So why-
fucking give it.
The thing is, though, right, it happens. The ref is in line with it. He should have seen it. That doesn't get given without VAR. It doesn't even get looked at without VAR. That's just play on.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nonsense.
It's just not a foul. Just because he touches his face, it's a foul.
Yeah, Rowan in the comments said Son should be taken off for a concussion. Clearly, he nearly died.
Ridiculous. 0-0. Ryan Weston before said, "What's up, lads? Why do you think Ollie plays Marcus on the right and Pogba on the left?
Shoe on.
You think? Why not the other way around, though? Just...
don't know.
You know the game's fucked now. They'll appeal anything. The game is fucked.
What a fucking finish as well, man. No wonder Cavani wants to fuck off.
I know, it's a brilliant goal. The pass from Pogba is sensational.
Oh,
The
there's
finish
nothing
is
wrong with
brilliant.
him now. Is there? There's nothing wrong with you now.
Good defending there. Lindelof and Bruno between them. Just boxed out Heung-min Son completely. Aaron Quinn decided to watch the Forest game yesterday to see how good Ghana really is. It's fair to say I've boarded the Ghana hype train. It's great that he's just getting alone where he's playing all the time, let alone how well he's playing, isn't it? Because often they go there and they play 4 games.
He's playing well. Hit and miss, isn't it? It's really hit and miss.
Yeah. And I'm Rananj says, you guys can't defend this crap football. Okay.
Can you defend that crap decision?
I won't defend the crap football then.
Defend that fucking crap comment.
Conor Brady says, I hope Son doesn't go down like that in the military. We don't have to do the military now, does he?
No.
Good for him. Harry Kane pulls it across, no one in the box. Zachary Purvis, he says, if you're saying that's a foul, it's a slap in the face, which is a carded offence 100% of the time, how's it not a red? This is a joke, I hate these refs. Yeah, if you think he's purposefully slapped his face, it's a booking, isn't it? Surely. Like, what's the foul?
That's a slap in the face.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't think it is a slap in the face. But what I mean is, what's the ref given there? Because you can't slap someone in the face and not get booked.
You
for
watch
it.
another
And yet
excuse.
That's what he's done.
Another excuse
it's
will
just
come
gonna
out.
Be an excuse.
Just a fucking excuse. They're making the real book as they go along.
So they can cancel it for a foul, but they can't give a yellow because it has to be a red or nothing. But they can get rid of a goal for it. That's weird, isn't it? The rules are weird.
Oh no! Fuck off!
Lindelof.
It had to be Son, didn't it?
Lindelof.
Fucking shit house. Nothing
Lindelof
wrong with
fucked
you.
up there. 2 minutes later, absolute fucking disgrace. Lindelof shocking there. The ball goes under his foot, and then Moura just squares it straight to Son 1-0. Absolute fucking joke that last 5 minutes. Fucking piss take. What happens here? And Ndombele plays it across, and Kane just goes under Lindelof's foot.
He's well on.
Yeah, there's no question about him being offside.
Yeah, I hope he don't get a concussion with his celebration. Fuck off.
Absolute joke. Philip Mershon says, done with this, such a shame, used to be fun to watch this game. It hasn't made anything about football any better for me, VAR. It doesn't make me feel more certain that the right decision will be made. It doesn't make it more fun to watch. You don't get any benefit out of it. It's not making the ref's life any easier. It's not making the players' lives any easier. It's not making the supporters' lives any easier. It is just worse. There is no benefit to VAR whatsoever as it is at the moment. Absolutely no benefit. No one thinks it works. No one likes it. It's not making anything better, and it's making football worse to watch because you can't celebrate, and even when you do, it just gets disallowed anyway. Fucking ridiculous. Honestly.
Go on, Cavani, give it in. Yes. Go on. Oh, the ref's losing it. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what are you booking him for?
The whole it's the refs, not the VAR thing, I get that. But it's always going to be refs that are controlling VAR. Until VAR can be a complete
Players
sort of
are soft.
autonomous
There's nothing
robot,
wrong with ya.
then it's going to be refs controlling VAR. Who did you think was going to be controlling it? You're never going to take the human element out of it. And if you do, oh, fuck me. Joe Rodon gone down there, fuck me. It's funny, isn't it? These Tottenham players go around saying, oh, we're all tough now because Jose's here. We're a hard team now. We're not soft anymore. The only reason they're still in this game is because they're fucking soft.
Look at that, man.
Look at that face.
Nonsense fucking decision. Flips it because they don't go on and score after that.
No.
It's a different game.
Of course not. Absolute joke. The Rio Ferdinand was saying there about getting rid of VAR. If we get that back on the screen, I'll read that out. Lindelof out to Wan-Bissaka. The game seems to have opened up a lot more now. Rashford, Wan-Bissaka. That's just a lazy back heel there. And Bruno comes flying through. Does well. Rio Ferdinand says, scrap VAR, an absolute shambles. The fella at Burnley volleyed Longstaff in the face here and it wasn't a foul. Now this. Exactly. You're not taking anything out of the ref's hands. You're just changing how decisions are made. That's the problem.
They're just making the real book as they go along.
It's just stupid. It doesn't. How could it? How is it? Well, we all know it's not. It doesn't do anything.
Remember that decision at City?
Just add another layer.
Do you remember that decision for City at Christmas?
Yeah.
Against Villa.
Yeah.
That's another example.
And then
Just
we'll
like
change
that.
the rule afterwards.
They'll change the fucking rule after this now.
Yeah. Just shit. Proper shit.
If this don't fire United up, I don't know what it is.
They look like they're holding the ball a little bit. But it's a game of so few chances. There's been 2 chances in the whole game. We scored ours, they scored theirs. Except ours was ruled out. It's not like it's been end to end, is it?
I mean, the silence from the referee and VAR tomorrow will be immense.
Yeah, that's not a foul either, is it? Is he giving a foul? No, he hasn't.
Refs should be brought out to justify this.
Well, they don't, do they? I mean, I can see why they don't make I can see why they don't make a point of referees coming out and having to justify every decision. I can see why they do that, because that would be open to like absolute shit as well. But
yeah, because getting interviewed, it's very easy to misstep when you're being interviewed,
Yeah.
and all that would happen is someone would go,
Did they give a foul for that?
I didn't mean to give a penalty. I mean, what I meant to say, like they would.
Yeah.
It's such a pressure situation, and the pundits already pour over everything anyone says, does, and all the rest of it, and it would cause more of a shitstorm. Yeah. I would like to see it because, and even if it's a statement, go. The first one was for this, the second one was for that. Even if they did it written afterwards,
that'd be fine.
That'd be fine.
The interview thing, I don't think would.
Yeah,
like
because like I said, they've just come off.
People, are they?
They'll be like, well, you know, I don't like. I mean, I didn't like the challenge. Not like.
Yeah.
It'd be all over the show.
Yeah. Maybe a written thing, which obviously they can.
Why do people need to phrase their shit opinions with who they support? I'm a United fan, but I think it was a foul by McTominay.
Yeah.
Right.
Farad can't. If McTominay doesn't break Son's legs, I don't want him in the club. Well, McTominay's on a booking, so I don't think he's going to do that unless United want to lose fucking 6-1 again when we're down to 10 men. And Orion, wait. Thank you for the soup chat. It's getting a bit tasty this now, isn't it? I think the lads are getting fired up after that.
Oh yeah, if this don't fire you up, then I just don't know what will.
We should be fucking 1-0 up.
Yeah.
This entire game's backwards now because of a bullshit decision that you wouldn't. If VAR wasn't a thing, you're not pulling this goal back for that.
No,
you're not. No. That happened. He passed it. That guy passed it. Then that guy shot.
Yeah.
Like, this was ages ago. So you're not pulling it back. You've fundamentally changed the game for the worse. So fuck a lot of you.
Yeah.
I'll give an example.
United game, innit?
I'll give an example. 99 treble. David Beckham takes the ball. Paul Scholes takes the ball. And United go on an attack and David Beckham equalises. Last day of the season, I'm on the way to the treble. Same scenario. The game was played on.
Yeah. It's a while ago, but the Van Nistelrooy goal against Fulham, arguably the best goal he's ever scored, started with him pushing someone out the way.
Yeah.
And, getting him in the face a little bit. But the game wasn't brought back. It's not a foul. But under these rules, it would have been. You just wouldn't have had these goals. Someone said, I'm a Tottenham fan and that wasn't a foul. There you go. The opposite end of that, I'm a United fan and that was a foul quote.
Go on!
Back post, Cavani. It's over Cavani's head.
It's killed the game. It's killed this game.
It's
combination of VAR and no fans has absolutely fucking ruined the game.
And technology's supposed to benefit us. What a load of shit.
That would have got fucking pulled back anyway.
Handball.
With any handball, whether it was fucking whatever, blasted at you from 3 feet away anyway.
Oh, it's just on his head. He didn't get up for it, does he? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Carl says, why can't we hear the refs communicate like in rugby? There's no consistency with VAR. There's some Australian broadcasters have sort of mic'd up referees in the A-League over there, and it's mega because you actually respect them a shitload more.
You would.
Because you realise how much goes into being a ref. It's not easy. It's a difficult job. But
I mean, honestly, I got sent off this weekend for abusing a ref. I obviously understand the difficulty refs are in. We don't have a game without refs. Like,
no,
I don't know how you improve the situation for refs. It's well hard. And I don't know why anyone would do it. I don't know what sort of person goes, I'm going to be a referee. Because that doesn't make any sense in my mind. But clearly, and luckily, it makes sense in someone's mind, or there literally is no fucking games. Like, we don't have a sport without referees. We need them.
Half time.
But they're terrible. And the VAR is not helping the image of referees. I knew this would happen because it happened in rugby league, where your generic bullshit run-of-the-mill decision just gets flipped into, let me just send it to the video ref to check.
But then, so I was on the radio the other day with Mark Halsey, who's the former referee, and he was saying, I asked him, would you like to have reffed now? Now there's VAR, it seems like there's no less controversy, there's no less hatred towards refs, there's no less mistakes.
I think there is after this.
He said, I would have liked to have reffed under VAR, but what I do see is refs relying on it, and that's what you've been saying from the start. But then the other
just because I saw it happen.
Yeah, the other problem is you have this inconsistency where, like, so look at the Jude Bellingham goal against City the other night. Why didn't the ref rely on it then? You have to wait. What is it between the foul taking place and the ball going in the back of the net against City? It's about 2 seconds.
He never touched him.
You have to wait 2 seconds, but you can't. You got to blow your whistle.
Is it even 2 seconds?
The Martial goal against Sheffield United earlier in the season, which this game is very reminiscent of already. You have to wait 1 second. The ball lands at Martial's foot. He kicks it in the net. If you wait 1 second, you can check it. The way it's been implemented,
They don't fucking flag for offsides.
Is pathetic.
They don't flag for offsides just so they can potentially check it.
Yeah.
Why can't you allow that sort of stuff? No one would have been mad. Even like City fans wouldn't have been mad at that going through. They would have been like, why wouldn't you blow earlier?
Yeah.
Like, no one would have been mad at that.
No.
It's just weird. And even if you have blown up, if you're wrong, I don't think anyone would say, no, you can't.
No, you
can't
check
have that.
You can't check that, especially when it's led to a goal. In that instance, go for it. Tom Turner, reminiscent of the Sheffield United game earlier in the season, yeah. One decision that's gone against us that, for me, just couldn't... Like, the only reason McTominay raises his arm is because Son puts his arm across McTominay. He's trying to push his arm away. So the foul begins when Son reaches out for McTominay, if there is even a foul. And there isn't a foul either way. But, you know, Big Tony, game's gone if that's a foul. Game's gone, absolute joke. Don't let me down. Says, if they're going to stop the game every 10 seconds for review like in the NFL, the decision should be heard through the loudspeaker for the fans too. Matthew Coward, send Rio a text. He's really upset. And Tommy McCartney says, I don't understand how there was no call on what happened to Marcus. Then the goal goes back for what happened to Son. Yeah, the foul
bullshit
in the box.
They're not getting more decisions right, are they?
No, exactly. That's what I mean. It hasn't made things better in any aspect at all. It's not
the
better
foul
as a fan,
before
as a manager, as a coach,
the
as a
foul
ref,
before
anyone.
the goal. I know it wasn't given.
Yeah, just ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Are we ready to go through to Ronaldo and Jay? Okay, great. Ronaldo and Jay will be here for the half-time show. Make sure you send in your comments about that first half. I mean, I think it goes without saying, doesn't it, lads? But what did you make of that?
Yeah, just incredibly frustrating, baffling, some of those decisions that we've seen. I mean, Spurs are always going to be Spurs, aren't they? They're always going to make the most of things. We've seen it before. Eric Lamela did it last time, got Martial sent off. This time, Son's done it, stops us a goal.
You've got that combination of what Spurs are like, and then you're combining that with them being Mourinho managed. You should half expect shithousery in him. And I don't... It's just... It's even more irritating the fact that, for one, it's not a foul. Number two, he's made the most of it. Number three, he's held the wrong side of his face.
Yeah.
And number four, he was perfectly fine when he went and scored down the other end.
Yeah.
And it was always going to work that way. He'd get that foul, the goal will be reversed, and then he'll be the one to end up actually scoring about 5 minutes later. It's just a piss take, really. And it's infuriating because I did say, like, it's not a foul for many reasons. And one of the reasons is, it's obviously a natural action of you fending off a player when they're trying to get round you. It's just natural. The only reason why it's a foul, or he was given a foul, is the fact that he's taller than Son. That's literally the only reason why the foul's been given. He's fended him off, and the fact that he's a little bit lower than him, it's hit him in the face. That's basically all that's happened. And it's soft. It's soft as well. It's not enough. It's not affected the play. Son was about 2 yards behind him. It didn't really have any bearing on the goal whatsoever.
No. Aaron Quinn in the Super Chat says, if I can get it up, do you think the Premier League, who wants to stay the number one in the league in the world, get my words out, see all the negative comments in the media and change for next season? I presume he's talking about the...
I presume they don't give a shit, really.
Yeah. Zachary Purvey says, this literally just ruined my Sunday. What a fucking joke. This can't keep happening. Cavani even seems like his head has dropped from that. Bring on Mason. I feel sorry for Edinson Cavani because it's a goal. He scored a good goal. He needed one as well. He's not had that many goals recently. You know, he had a great start when he came to United. Well taken goal as well. You know, it was like a double nutmeg, wasn't it, with the assist from Pogba and then the finish. Clinical, like you're saying. And it's just been chalked off for nothing. Like, and it's, you know, you say, oh, we're United fans, you're going to say that, but it's soft. It's like...
Do you know what? Obviously, people are saying 50-50, it has hit him in the face, and that things always look worse in slow motion anyway. But in my personal opinion, that look at that. It's like a split second natural action. You can't play without your arms. You've got to play football with your arms. It's not a non-contact sport. It was inadvertent contact in his face, accidentally, because he's shorter than McTominay. And McTominay is in perfect control of the ball. It's not like he's gained that much of an advantage either. The ref's just seen his arse has went, and he's overturned it, and that's basically what's happened. And I don't know how else to explain it. It's just irritating, and it's the fact that it seems to have knocked the United players a little bit as well, and it's riled up the likes of Bruno, Cavani, and then it's like heads are gone. Yeah. And it's affected us. Maybe half time's come at the right time. I still personally feel like we can get something from this game, still, but it's just a piss take.
People in the comments saying Paul Ince is bitter, he's clueless, he thinks that's a foul. Ince hates Ollie in United though. Apparently Paul Ince thought that was a foul. That's a bit rich. Everyone remembers Paul Ince play, which I do. I don't think he'd have lasted 5 minutes if we were giving those types of challenges as fouls when Ince was playing. I mean, you can't. I mean, if we're going to be like a little bit objective, even though I don't want to be, because that's not what I'm here for. But I don't even blame the Spurs players for doing that. If you can stop a goal, then fair enough. It's the ref though that should be looking at and going, that's not foul. And he's even got a chance to go and watch it on VAR, so he can watch it a few times and go, really? He's watched it several times and gone, yeah, that's a foul.
It's just I'm looking at replay now. He gets hit on that side of his face. He goes down and holds the left side of his face.
I mean, it's just a con. It's a complete con.
It is.
But then I think my anger is more at the ref because he's been conned. Do you know what I mean? I don't. We've had players. United have players that do it. You know, Marcus was going down holding his face before when it was nothing to do with his face. I get that happens, but the referee should be able to look at that and he's watched the replay of it and go, nah, he's done nothing wrong there.
My issue is when referees referee, are they doing it with any kind of like understanding of the game in terms of those kind of nuances and details of actually playing themselves, or just like knowing if they're being conned?
We have this argument.
Knowing if there's a little bit.
I mean, the thing I'd argue with that, you're saying, you know, they played themselves. Is that, you know, if
because you should be looking at that thinking Son's playing on that. You should your eyes should tell you Son has made the most of barely any contact. He tried to fend him off. The only way you look at that and see that as a blatant foul to stop that goal is just you not having any understanding of football or playing football before in your life.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I still think, like, yes, you're right. Maybe we played football, but Paul Ince has played football and he thinks it's a foul. I think you've got to be able to just be able, like, as a referee, know the rules. You shouldn't need to have played football to know the rules of football. You shouldn't have got to the standard where you're refereeing in the Premier League in one of the biggest games of the season, a game that could have massive repercussions for both Spurs and United, mainly Spurs, and you don't understand what a foul is and what isn't. I think that whilst you can say, oh yeah, you know what, if they play the game,
because I know we've been speaking about that.
Surely as a ref, you could be able to tell that's not a foul.
And then going on from that, obviously you have spoke mostly about that incident and the goal that's been disallowed. If you're looking at the goal we actually did concede, it's not good enough from Lindelof.
No, yeah, that's a good point. What do you make of Victor Lindelof?
I think he's been a little bit found wanting all game. He's looked a little bit off it from start. He's not looked very commanding. He's looked a bit nervous. He's looked a bit edgy. He's not filled you with confidence in the back today. Yeah. And for the 400th time this season, Fred's passing has been abysmal, and it's killing us.
Yeah, me and you were watching the game together. You were talking about Fred. Carl Hagan says in the super chat, every single punter on Sky going crazy against that VAR decision. All agree it's ruined our game. Yeah, just talking about Lindelof, because I'll get to Fred in a minute. Yeah. Lindelof, I mean, he was at fault for the goal, and he's got to do better there. He just seems to it's like a bit of a miss kick, wasn't it?
It's just weak as piss, really, man.
Yeah, weak as piss.
It's just like a tentative leg stick out. It weren't good viewing. And then obviously Son's on the other side, completely unmarked in the box, and it's a very good finish from him, because it was a harder finish than it looked.
Yeah, I felt so with Dean Henderson, because he was almost there, wasn't he? He's got on a cross, And Son's, like you said, it's a good finish.
Very good finish.
But he shouldn't have been in that position to do it because Lindelof, for me, has got to do better. You mentioned Fred as well. Everyone as well, give us a like, get involved in the comments. A lot of people talking about Son, the referee, people kicking off, which I completely get. You mentioned Fred there. I've been watching it with you. You've been getting frustrated with him, the amount he's been giving the ball away.
He's been wasteful. I think Bruno's been wasteful as well. Rashford's also been wasteful. He's just dribbling into traffic and getting tackled and getting dispossessed. I think Pogba's been okay. He looks like our best chance, to be honest, creatively. Him on that side of Luke Shaw. But other than that, we haven't shown much. We've shown the one better player of the game, and it's been chalked off because of a controversial decision. That's what's very frustrating about it.
Yeah, Larry Levenstein in the chat says PGMOL has just said that McTominay has altered the shape of his body, which causes him to commit the foul. What the actual fuck? Yeah, I mean, altered the shape of his body, which caused him to commit the foul. I mean, I don't. That doesn't even make any sense to me. Whatever. Don't think Rashford should play if it's on the right. Someone else is saying. He's moved over and he's moved over to the left. He started on the right, and I get that was a bit annoying. But he plays far better on the left. What have you made of Paul Pogba? Because he should have had an assist, really, shouldn't he? He's had a lot of the ball as well. He seems to be one of our brighter sparks, should we say, in a half that hasn't been great for
He's been one of the few players that's been able to keep the ball. That's because, as we said before the game, we knew Spurs do capitalise on errors. They're very efficient in doing so because they've got the players to do so. They've got Son and Kane, and they're world-class players. And the way they play is they break and they play on mistakes on like quick transitions. And the way that you counter that is by keeping the ball and not being dispossessed in like the middle area of the pitch or in your own half. And if you give them opportunities, they're going to hurt you. And they have got in a couple of times. They've not shown too much. It's not like they've outplayed us by any stretch of the imagination that much, but they have had a couple of moments where they've made us look a little bit shaky. But I think we can still get something out of the game second half personally, but it's just a bit of kick in the teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. It's still a lot to go, a long way to go. We've got, I think Mason's on the bench, and if you wanted to change it up, some people saying maybe swap him for Cavani. Cavani looks annoyed, and you can understand he got frustrated as well, didn't he, with the other lad, because of that. Again, it was a soft free kick. Was it a free kick where he went down and he gets a booking as well? So yeah, he's obviously frustrated. A lot of frustrated United players out. We've seen Marcus getting annoyed as well. Scott McTominay's obviously annoyed. Ollie's annoyed with that decision. It seems like they have got a little bit. This refereeing has got under their skin in the way Spurs are playing. Very much a Jose Mourinho type team, throwing themselves about on the floor, holding their faces, badgering the referee. But they're getting away with it, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? If they hadn't done any of that, if they hadn't gone down soft and done all the things they do, they'd probably 1-0 down now or 1-0.
Just channel it in the second half. Just think, fuck it, we're coming out like, and you've just been even more determined to turn it around because you feel like you've been hard done by. So I think we'll see a reaction from United in the second half. We are on occasion a bit of a second half team anyway, and I do expect to see a reaction because of what's happened in the first half. And I think Tottenham aren't that solid. I think if we do get at them and we do play a little bit better, I think we can hurt them.
Yeah, just looking in your comments there, someone saying Mourinho paid the ref. Our defenders better mark their man. Sign a better centre-back in the summer, says David DeBow. Sean Ralph says, never seen Ollie looking so pissed off. NVN0711 says, justice will come, just believe. Yeah, hopefully. If there is any justice, then Manchester United should be at least one goal up, I think, or at least level. Rohit Gaikwad says, I wish Roy Keane was in this team. I think Roy Keane could probably get a game now, even though he's 40-odd. A lot of anger with the referee and people saying, the referee's just being conned, all that sort of stuff. I mean, again, though, yeah, the referee's got to do better, and the fact he's gone and watched it, it's just baffling to me. I mean, do you think it matters as well when it's slowed down? Do you think that has any bearing on it? Does that make it look worse? Because some people argue
slow motion and slow down made it look so much worse. When I saw it in real time, it looked even less like a foul. Yeah. It's like this little.
When you see it, it almost has sort of drama, doesn't it? When it's like slowed down and you see him sort of falling backwards and whatever, you think, oh yeah, it looks quite harsh. But when you watch it again, it's nothing. It's almost a nothing challenge. But Son, he's got away with it. Darren Cox in the Super Chat says, the VAR is so inconsistent. If that was a foul, then it was surely a foul against Rashford just minutes earlier. I mean, it did look like Rashford got kicked on the back of his leg. That's what I thought, and you can see why he was going mad. Anyway, the second half is about to get underway. We're going back over to Andy Tate, Stephen Howson and Joe Smith. They'll take you through for the second half as Manchester United trail Tottenham.
Right, 1-0. Just checking the internet at half-time, which obviously we don't get the chance to do. I thought there would be, just from the law of averages, more people defending Heung-min Son, more people saying that was a foul. From what I've seen, almost everyone from every set of fans seems to think we got fucked there.
Here's what's happening, Joe. Get a statement from the whatever it comes from, Stockley Park tomorrow, saying, hey, we got that one wrong again.
Yeah, exactly. Like we did against Sheffield United when we cost you that game as well, by giving a goal that was a foul and then ruling out yours because the ref couldn't stop blowing his whistle for 1 fucking second and let Martial's goal go in.
I'm still holding my face in the
I know, you're struggling. I can't believe they're still playing the game.
Still killing me.
There's clearly a sniper somewhere in the stadium, so I'm surprised that they've not cancelled this one, but obviously they're going to carry on.
You are get knocked down, son. Come down to Manchester,
It's hard as well, isn't it? Because it's hard because you don't want to just go on about that one decision the whole game. But in these sorts of games, with Jose the manager, with how things go as they put the ball in the box here, you know that it's going to be a game of few chances. And for it to go that way and then, 2-3 minutes later, Heung-min Son gets the goal after essentially ruling out United's goal. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? So it's hard not to get caught up on that because of how stark the, one thing going one way, one thing going the other way was. But hopefully the players can move on a bit more than we can as fans because
the way this carries on,
really
this is going to be here forever. It'll never get rectified, and the game is dead.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we saw Arsene Wenger the other day talking about he thinks that by the 2022 World Cup we can have fully automated offside decisions being made. Can't deny they do with the goal line technology, where the refs don't even check it, do they? They just check their watch and then the technology tells them whether it crossed the line. If you can have that with offsides, I reckon we do that.
But it's meant to be, what they call it, is it IFAB? The people who are in charge of the rules.
Yeah. Well,
the rules.
Supposedly in charge of the rules, but they're not quite, are they? Well, that's a good bit of play from United.
IFAB literally said, if you have to start looking...
Rashford's
Go on, Marcus. Left foot, though, he's not going to do it.
Goes onto his left, sits him down.
He won't shoot on his left.
No.
If he'd have shot on his left, he might have got a shot off then.
Yeah.
They said if you have to start looking at pixels, you're doing it wrong. You're meant to be able to glance at it and go, oh, he's offside. Like, that's how fast it's meant to be.
Yeah.
That's where the clear and obvious comes in. Like,
what a shame.
is it clear and obvious that whatever, he's surely offside?
Well, they won't give it, will they? They'll just let him try and chip Dean Henderson from 25 yards out instead. Is it clear and obvious, you were saying, sorry?
Yeah, that you're meant to be able to... That's my interpretation of it. And also what they sort of seemed to say in a statement was, you're meant to be able to look at the screen, or maybe as you're walking up to the screen, go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Drogba in, was it 2010?
Yeah.
You're supposed to look at it and go, oh, yeah, he's offside.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Done. You're not supposed to be able to, like, right, zoom in, enhance.
Get the lines.
Yep, get the lines on.
Protractor. Enhance.
If you're doing that, it said it's not clear and obvious. And I know people will go, you can't be clear and obvious with offside. You're either on or you're off. Well, this is where the benefit of the doubt needs to come into. If you're level, like almost 100% of these fuckers are, that's not offside. You've got to think of what the spirit of the rule is. The spirit of the rule is the defensive line's on the halfway line. You're standing in the middle of the D chatting to the keeper. That's what the spirit of the rule is on about. Now, if you're 2-3 feet behind the defensive line, I'd go back to daylight on it. And I'd be like, right, is there an obvious... And again, but they'd get the fucking lines out again on that.
Yeah, the daylight would just... They'd get the protractor out, but just the other side, wouldn't they?
Luke Shaw.
They kind of either have to take that... It's impossible to implement a rule that doesn't have a definitive end line. And where that definitive end line comes in within the rules, the line literally comes on the screen.
Maybe make it on the feet. Because then it's easy. Yeah. Because you lean that way, I lean that way is nonsense.
Yeah.
Ultimately, your feet is where you're at.
Yeah.
You need them.
Yeah.
So I would say make it on the feet. Do it on your... and if someone decides that they're going to do a flying header at something, well, fucking fair play to
Good
them.
on you, lad. Yeah, exactly.
Bollocks to it.
Joe McGovern says, McFred equals Ollie playing for 0-0. He can't complain.
Show me dick.
Okay, interesting.
Honestly, what a load of fucking bollocks.
Yeah.
Is that honestly your... Do you really analyse football by going, that's what he's played, he's going for 0-0? Does our setup on the fact that our fucking defenders are on the halfway line all the time suggest that we're trying to play for 0-0, you fucking gimp?
Luke Shaw giving a foul away. And thanks for the super chat, Joe. Cheers for that one. Should Rashford have done better there?
Yeah, he won't shoot on his left. I don't know why. It's not like he's completely incapable.
No, he's not shit with
Just
it, is
try get it on target. It's better than not shooting.
Yeah. Someone's down. Looks like he's in a lot of pain there. Who's that?
Oh,
I mean,
tough shit.
generally you would say, he's old.
I'm hurting.
Now, in fairness, Højbjerg does tend to be a bit more of a tough guy, or at least that's the image he puts across. And when someone's holding the knee, I will give him the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise, but he's gone down off the ball there. I reckon he might have done his knee. I would say. He just passes the ball and falls over, so I don't think he's faking it.
No, he's not faking it. Sorry.
But we don't know. He could be. Obviously, we've seen... It's hard, isn't it? It's a bit boy who cried wolf when Son's gone down like he's been shot. But you would assume that Højbjerg's hurt himself there because it's just off the ball, isn't it?
The only fans who'll say Son was fouled are Spurs fans, that's it.
Yeah, only fans. Mario Da Silva, why on earth do we have Fred playing, trying and failing 40-yard passes from midfield when we have Pogba available to play in that position? Pogba is playing. It's not like... You could have Pogba and McTominay. I suppose you could do that. You could do that. I mean, Højbjerg, by the way. Højbjerg,
did you see that then?
Looks fine,
Solskjaer,
by the way.
I think Solskjaer and he had words then.
Yeah. Looks like Højbjerg's fine. So I think he was just faking it, by the way. So
how's the knee, lad?
yeah, fine. Just waiting to go back on because I was just messing about. So that's
Just
good.
a couple of lads having a laugh, innit?
Just a couple of lads wasting a couple of minutes of time, pretending to have a severe knee injury. Cheers, lad. Aren't you meant to be the hard one? Yeah, but we're all really tough these days. Do you remember when Tottenham used to be soft? Whereas now we just go down for no reason off the ball when we've made a pass. We're not soft anymore, are we? Fucking hell.
Yeah, for Joe.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know. Depends if we win. If we win, I might get some victory Kievs.
Oh, shepherd's pie.
Good lad. If we lose...
Still shepherd's pie.
Just give me some Flint. Bruno, that's a good
Oh,
ball.
that's a good
Wan-Bissaka.
ball. Then you go, oh, it's Wan-Bissaka.
And he's passed it
Oh, he's
behind
still got
him.
it, still got it.
And he's kind of made a clearance in the opposition box.
Oh, yes! Oh.
Yeah, fuck. See, why can't Pogba play on the fucking right? Jesus. Way more effective than Rashford is.
What happened there? Did the defender clear that?
I don't know.
I thought Cavani just put it wide, but we've got a corner. Oh,
That was
he just
defender.
cleared it. I thought Cavani
Cleared,
put
yeah.
it wide
I
like
thought
he did against Arsenal.
I thought he got it, yeah.
Oh, it's a good tackle, that.
Chummy bastards.
Rodon.
Is it Rodon? Rodon?
Should we just start mispronouncing stuff on purpose?
Yeah, whatever, yeah. Mispronunciating, you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Someone didn't get the Jason Sanchez stuff in the transfer review yesterday.
Did not?
No. I think you'll find he's actually called Jadon Sancho. I meant to reply.
Oh, Fred, did you see? What was that? That's Fred all over that.
It is
Under
Fred
no
all over.
pressure, just passes it for a throw-in. Not even a player in that postcode.
Even Fred's like, well, everyone's looking at him like, oh, man. Take some responsibility, Fred. Fuck's sake.
Ajmal Cosman said, Howson, that opinion came from a fake Man United channel. Well done for telling it off. Thank you. And Daniel Lingard Leaper says, what annoys me is how thick the refs are.
What opinion? Oh, the fact that he plays McTominay and Fred?
Yes, he's going for a no-no. He said, what annoys me is how thick the refs are. You can see Son holds the wrong side of his face pretending. They reward theatrics. Thought VAR was meant to get rid of that. Well, it turns out that when you slow everything down, things look worse than they are. Like when someone will have a shot from a yard out and blast it, and
Donny's on the bench,
it'll go through the keeper's hands. When you slow that down from, to 1/100th of the speed, it looks like the goalie should have saved it. But really, at real time, he had no chance to react. It was a bullet. That's what it's like for fouls. It's like, oh, he should have got out of the way of that. Or, oh, he could have, why didn't he step there? He stepped there. When you slow everything down, it looks like you've got all the time in the world to make different actions and do different things. That's just not how it is. And refs only see fucking slowed down versions of them half the time.
Do you ever have to describe to you a Brazilian footballer?
Would it be Fred?
No.
Who would it be in this team? Who's the most Brazilian footballer who got Pogba? Probably.
Pogba or Rashford?
Bruno.
I think Rashford's quite Brazilian in his play.
Bit Latino in him.
Maybe Bruno.
Fucking hell. How does he even get a fucking game?
Jesse Lingard in the comments says, Howson, you're ruthless. Did you see my goals today?
Yeah, you were ruthless, son. Love you.
It'd be great if that was Jesse Lingard, wouldn't it?
Well, he watches the channel. I don't think he's got his own YouTube channel that he comments on, though.
No. Rose says...
Do you know what? They all just lurk.
Yeah. Keep an eye out, see what they say. Fred's passing makes me weep. Yeah.
I tell you what, if Jesse wants to come back, he can replace Fred anytime.
If only you could play deeper. McTominay.
Oh, go on. Oh, quicker, Marcos.
Yeah, he wanted to take a touch, didn't he? Son and Spurs.
Tellers is literally Brazilian. Yeah, but is he?
Yeah. Juan Martinez says, Son and Spurs are 10-ply super soft toilet roll. Yeah. They're acting like they're
your
arse.
arse
It's weird,
instead
that,
of
isn't
what?
it?
Never mind.
Spurs will always be fucking
So
average.
that was a right dig, that from McTominay.
Yeah,
He was unlucky, that.
Spurs used to be soft. Yeah, they... I mean, what are they now?
Spurs used to be good.
Well, yeah, in the 50s.
Yeah.
1958, was it the last time they won the
61,
league?
Jimmy
61.
Greaves. Won the double.
Corner to United. The clock's about 5 seconds out, Cam, if we can sort it.
The only good thing about Spurs last 50 years was Ronnie Barker. He supported Spurs
Did he?
in Porridge. Yeah. That's about it.
He's also a fictional character.
So what?
That was a nice little pass from Fred. Did you see that? On the half volley, 15 yards out to Bruno.
I do think we'll get back in here, you know.
I think we've
because,
got a
like I've said, these are shit in the second half, and for some reason we're dead good in the second half.
Yeah.
But
well, they've got like
it's like the thing is they've fully Mourinho'd this now. They're sitting back, waiting, and there's a long time. There's a good half an hour and a bit left in this game. Yeah. United can get a goal and keep pushing.
And one of the things that I would say about United now that I don't think we've had that much in recent years is we've got like
good. This is good. This go on,
Cavani.
Oh yes, face Fred and all. It's fucking
Play,
Fred,
Fred.
lads.
Sorry,
It's fucking Fred, lads.
Yeah,
it's fucking
Fred,
Fred, lads. It's fucking Fred. He scored a goal.
I feel like my kid who's shit at football just scored at his school fucking final. Go on, Fred, you bastard! They said you were shit. I said you were shit. You're not shit. You're just a bit less shit than I thought. What?
Oh, he's well on. He's well on.
Fantastic play from Fred. 1-2 with Cavani. Takes off the Reece.
Fuck off, Spurs.
There you go, you bastard.
Fuck off, you cockney swats.
Oh my God. Oh, right, get him a 6-year contract now. That's what we're doing it. Play him up front.
He's best mates with Ole on a 6-year contract.
Fantastic. Oh my God, he's done it, lads. The one time we needed him. I can't believe it.
We nailed it.
You literally were just saying, I think we'll get back into this because they're sitting back too deep.
It's Spurs, though, and we're dead good in the second half.
Lads, it might be Tottenham. Let's just wait and see.
Right. Come on. Revenge.
They're going to come out. Your voice is going all sorts of ways.
I don't give a shit anymore.
I like it.
Mock it all you want.
Jay Bath says, is he Brazilian now? For the next 3 minutes, he's Brazilian
Didn't
again.
I actually say they'll score first and we'll win 2-1?
I don't know if you said that. I think, yeah. Let's
we was
calm down
alluding
a
to
bit.
it if we didn't say it.
Because we both
Now
put
then.
2-1. But they're going to come back now, aren't they? All of a sudden, we can move the ball forward a bit again. So let's see how this next 30 minutes goes.
I love how everyone's getting fully excited after he put it away from 4 yard out.
Hey, he was there, wasn't he?
He was there, and do you know what? Half of it is being there.
Yeah, it is. And it's not like he was just there. He played a really good 1-2 with, who was it, McTominay?
There was a real good bit of interplay.
Really
and
nice.
it's what Spurs just fucking stopped. And that was what I saw with United and Spurs, with Jose.
Yeah.
Like, you just sit and hold.
And you go, they're going to score here. And like, who was it, Brighton that time? Or Crystal Palace, wasn't it? Where they scored, or whoever it was. It happened all the time. You're like, we're 1-0 up, but really, we're 2-1 down because it's going to happen.
Oh my God, we're going in again.
Pogba, Bruno, back to Pogba, who's left it. He thought there was someone behind him, but the pass was for him. Now
Take him out. Take him out.
Counter-attacking.
Take him out.
Heung-min Son.
Who would you rather add as a squad player, Andreas or Fred? Now, obviously, that's coming on the back of whatever's just happened. I would have said Fred regardless because obviously he does offer quite a lot defensively and he's generally decent apart from his final ball and his shot, ironically.
Yeah.
Andres Pereira's he's probably a really good 7-a-side player.
Oh, it'd be great. In training, I bet Pereira's sensational.
Yeah.
Because I think his worst attribute is his decision making.
Yeah.
And that gets skewed and wavers anyway in good players when there's pressure, let alone someone who already isn't great at that. So, yeah, I bet in training in 7-a-side is sensational, but in a match...
No.
Good tackle, Victor.
No.
It's probably a fucking pan.
Fuck off.
One-on-one.
Great save. Fuck off.
Henderson with a good save there.
Go on.
United can counter now.
Go on.
Rashford gives the ball straight away to Rugby on there. Good save by Dean Henderson, that. Fuck you know. Oh, it's too exciting for me, this now. Heung-min-son cuts inside, gets the shot. Decent save. It sort of hits him where he is, but, you know, gets it away. Gets a good foot on it. Good save, Henderson. See, look now, Tottenham have come out of their little defensive cave, haven't they? Proper shit. It must be shit watching Tottenham as a fan of Tottenham every week. Go 1-0 up, sit back, and you think, right, well, you know, I don't mind playing this negative, awful football, but we're gonna be good. Oh wait, we're 7th. It's like it's just not worth it, is it? We know as United fans, watching a team sit back and defend 1-0 leads.
Hey, we're top of the league.
7th.
Well, it's top of the league. They went to Liverpool or something.
October.
Something like that, wasn't it? What a beat. He's so bad.
Getting nervy now.
I'm not nervy. I'm just
You're
relaxed.
still not nervy?
No, I'm relaxed. Justice has been done.
Well, it's not that yet. Not
Oh
yet.
no, it hasn't. But fuck it, it should
be fucking 3-1.
Justice will be done
or 3-0.
if we get a goal that shouldn't be a goal given to us by VAR, or they get a good goal ruled out.
That's a foul. He just shoved him. He shoves him before the fucking ball.
Well done.
Literally a foul is nothing different from that to what McTominay did, you cunts.
Is your voice going?
Henderson come out well there, cleared the ball out from.
No, Cam, I'm asking for some consistency.
Same. Take it out.
Well done. Good
Give that
defending.
though, bet.
That's good defending. That.
Get up, you shit house.
Henderson, couple of them. See, that's the thing, innit? When we talk about
He comes
how
out with his
United
box on
play, one of Maguire's weaknesses, like there, he would have been touch and go as to whether he got on the end of that. But when Dean Henderson comes out, it helps stop the opposition's counter-attacks, doesn't it?
Can we just go live and have all these lot get us pints in with Super Chats tomorrow?
Yeah, right, yeah. Go live from where, though?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people are doing takeaway pints. We just get people to go and buy us takeaway pints every time a Super Chat comes in. Tomorrow.
I bet if you went and spoke to one of them bars in the morning and said, here's what we're doing,
Yeah.
they'd probably be up for it.
Bruno.
Because let's be honest, what's their 11
Bruno!
a.m.? Oh my God. What's their 11 a.m. Monday traffic like, really?
Yeah, not great.
It's literally going to be...
Maybe tomorrow it will
It's
be.
going to be us.
Wan-Bissaka, and who is it? Just straight to Bruno, innit? Has a shot with his left foot. Lloris.
I definitely think we're getting a second. He's unlucky there, to be fair.
It's a good
Fancy
shot,
letting him get a fucking free shot off
It just bounces just on Lloris as well, doesn't it? Makes it more difficult for him. If that bounces a foot earlier,
Yeah,
I think
perfect.
he might struggle. Because he's got to read the
Good
bounce.
goalkeeping.
Yeah. Corner to United.
Have you seen that goalkeeping drill where they're firing, they got the ball launcher?
Yeah.
And they're firing them at the floor, but pegged to the floor, they've taped like little floats and stuff, like off
So
nets.
the ball bounces dead
Yeah,
weird.
so the ball's just hitting all sorts of crazy angles.
Pogba.
You're basically saving none of them.
Ben Huddart. Shout out to Ben, Cameron, and John sat in the beer garden. Bring on United. What beer garden?
Do you know what? Garden
in the
bar.
garden bar.
Pay
Okay,
attention,
sorry.
Joseph.
I thought it might be like a beer garden.
You can have a beer
Do you know
garden in your own garden.
everyone has
Just a
built one
garden
at home.
then, innit?
Shitloads of people have built one at home.
Yeah, my brother has. My brother's got his own minibar.
Every time I go around with my dad's, he tells me about he's got a kegger thing to which pours your pints and stuff.
Same as our kid.
Yeah, and he was like,
same my brother.
they're that popular that you can't get Budweiser and Heineken on them. So anytime they come in stock, every time I go around, he tells me, came in stock on Thursday, got 2. Like literally just every time they come in stock, got to buy them. It's
Got
that busy.
thousands of them in there. Well done, Pogba.
My brother's is Stella.
I don't like Stella.
I love it.
I like Stella.
Do you?
I like any of it.
I don't like Peroni. I don't like Stella.
I don't mind either.
And Carlin as well. They got like a chemically taste to them.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't like... I hadn't had
Is it
Carl's
better
since
in
they
a can?
changed it, but I never
Better
used to
in a
like
can or
Carl's,
better from the poured?
Cans are only good when they're the little stubby cans because they warm up too fast.
Yeah.
And no one likes warm, pissy beer. Well, I guess someone probably does, but fuck them people.
Pogba's been good today, hasn't he?
Coolers is nice.
So far. Good performance from Pogba. I mean, he kind of did this in the game against him last season, didn't he? When he came back and won the penalty. Just does well against him.
Oh, yeah, that last-minute penalty. What we got, and it was overruled. Remember it?
No? I remember him going down the line and getting fouled by Dyer, wasn't it? After about 70 minutes. That's good, Pogba. That's nice. Out to Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. Men pouring in the box. Cleared away by Rodon again. Rodden. Solrak, ever try Mexican beer? Yeah.
I can't say I have.
Dos Equis Mexican beer, isn't it? Dos Equis? I think so.
Cypriot beer is nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like what? You got any?
Leo.
To mind?
There's one
Leo.
called Leo. Greek base as well. Greeks.
Nice bit of Greek
Mythos. Mythos, that's it. Greek beer. Really nice.
Not had that.
Should
Corner,
try it.
Corner to United. Bruno. Go on, boys. Ooh, Pogba and McTominay almost. They're appealing for something there, United. Don't know what for. Good turn by Luke Shaw, that. That's a great cross. Bruno! Back to Pogba!
Oh, why back heel? Why be so fucking fancy?
He's facing the wrong way. He tries to back heel it. That's a fantastic pass from Luke Shaw, and he's got Buck in there as a result. Are they playing on? Oh, that's unlucky, that. That was a brilliant pass from Shaw. Great touchdown from Bruno.
Keep him out.
Pogba goes for the back heel to finish it off.
What's mad is looking at this is smaller than our pitch yesterday.
What do you mean?
What the fuck else could that mean, Joseph?
This is smaller than our pitch. What?
This pitch is smaller than the pitch we played on.
Surely not, though.
It is, though.
Oh.
How do you know?
Refs coming out with a
because
card
it's
now.
like known as a ridiculously sized pitch. It's 70 metres wide.
Why?
I don't know.
That's too much, isn't it?
I guess when it was built, they had the space.
That's a booking, that one.
Yeah. Shame the ref lost his shit.
They always look bigger with the
Here's what I don't
stadium
understand here, right? So what's happened here? Luke Shaw tackled Lucas Moura there, and he stopped the ball with his hand, and then they've played play on. How can you wave play on when Lucas... So they've took a free kick so fast that they don't have time to book Luke Shaw? I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could take a free kick and not book someone, and then bring it back two stops later. I didn't know that was allowed. Fair enough. Yeah, Tottenham with a bit of the ball now. Alex Bailey says, guys, tell me where you'll be tomorrow afternoon and I'll come by you all around.
Stevenson Square.
Stevenson Square. There
What time?
Noon.
Like you say, like it's some like joust or something.
Away.
High noon.
High noon.
I could be there for about 2.
That's later noon.
Yeah, that's not noon, is it? Jose doing a little clap. Well done. Very effective.
We're going live then at 12 o'clock.
No, we're not going live at the pub at 12. We've got a podcast at 4. We'll be live for that.
I know you keep advertising that. I don't think I'm making it.
You will.
I will gladly fill in. I'll sit in the background and just nod my head.
Good.
I'll nod my head.
I've still got to figure out how I can get to work the next day, though.
Why? To get the train.
I can't get the train to take my little one to my mum's.
When?
Tuesday.
Yeah, get the train in tomorrow, train home, driving on Tuesday.
No, you're not following me.
Okay.
I've got a baby.
Yes.
Explain that.
That you have to put somewhere on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Take her in the car somewhere.
I haven't got the car if I'm leaving the car here.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't leave the car here. Get the train here and get the train home tomorrow.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So you don't involve the car tomorrow.
All right, but what we was going to do is go to the gym. Now, from doing that, we're hiking about 50 kilograms worth of kit here.
Okay, well, there's that. Yeah, you have to deal with that on the train.
It was an exaggeration, Cameron.
Come on, lads. Maguire.
Because this is the big one. Do we go and...
Have you not got gym stuff here now?
No.
Oh. What are we going for there? Oh. That's not a foul. Poor touch from Maguire there.
Harry on Harry. He loves his cards, this ref, doesn't he?
Yellow, isn't it? Fuck's sake.
I think there's a lot of footballers be going for haircuts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think Harry needs a trim. Both Harrys.
He's a shithouse as well, Harry Kane. He's another one who acts like he's like a bit tough. But really, he'll just go down and hold his face whenever.
Yeah. Our Harry's more hard. That's Mykonos police force.
Oh, that's a good point. Free kick to Tottenham. In the sort of Man United danger zone, this, isn't it? Where we tend to not be great from set pieces. About 35 yards out on the right-hand touchline. Heung-min-son stood over it.
Not clutching his face.
No, you can see.
20 to go. Changes you're making. I want to see Donny on. And it would be for Fred, even though he scored. It still would be for Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Is Greenwood on the bench? I haven't seen the bench.
Fresh legs. I don't think you can stick with this. Some fresh legs.
Yeah. Yeah, Greenwood's on the bench. I think I'd bring Greenwood on. But I don't know if Pogba's been good. Maybe for Rashford, because Pogba's been really good.
Oh, yeah. There is that sub.
Greenwood for Rashford. There you go. Huh. Predictions, eh?
70 minutes for Rashford. That's
I want
to
see Donny.
Yeah, and obviously Rashford wasn't fit enough to play the full 90 minutes midweek. Presumably he's still touch and go in terms of fitness now. So Greenwood's coming on. I guess he's going to go on the right. Pogba on the left. But he looked like they were giving some instructions there, didn't they?
He said do a goal.
Yeah. I don't know where that's going to be. He's sort of pointing Bruno Fernandes somewhere, so keep an eye out for the change in position in there. But I would assume it'd be Greenwood on the right.
Yeah, it could be.
Cavani out to Wan-Bissaka on the right.
Ooh, it stayed in. Nice. Brilliant weight on it, and he's just twatted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, shoot your fuck.
Luke Shaw into Cavani. Back to Fred! Oh, I thought that got deflected in.
Imagine
when they deflected it looked like it was going in.
We haven't... Do you know what we've not done? Run at fucking Aurier anywhere near enough because he's gash.
Well, that's not Pogba's game, is it? He's great on the ball, but he don't really run past a man. He'll dribble through players, but he won't knock it past one and run. Son on the left.
No.
To Kane.
Great
Good save again
Dean.
from Dean Henderson. Barath Shankar. All I praise for a 90th minute penalty for Bruno. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? He'll miss it probably.
Shut up.
He's all right, isn't he, by the way? Fucking Højbjerg. Isn't he meant to be their tough guy? He just made a pass and went down like he'd done his cruciate ligament and was back on again 30 seconds later. So fucking stupid.
Bitch.
I know. I'm the tough one that you bought from Southampton. I've got all tattoos in that. I'm really hard. And I just make a pass so bad that my knee breaks for 15 seconds.
Tattoos have stopped being a hard thing now.
I think he still thinks
people who are baristas have covered in
That's
like
true,
sleeves
actually.
and neck and face tattoos.
Yeah, great point. Like line drawings of hands and stuff.
Yeah, and then not only are they baristas, they're vegan baristas.
Or yeah, with I guess a bicycle kick over the bar from 6 yards, but he was kind of flicking at it, wasn't he? Vegan barista, that's my eye.
You saying they don't exist? Are you telling me that if I walk 100 metres from where we're sat now...
You could throw a blanket over 6 of them in the northern quarter.
Offside.
Yeah, and we're looking at
it's offside,
vegan, fully tattooed, face tattooed, neck tattoos, wrist and fucking knuckle tattooed, vegan baristas.
Yeah, there's a dozen
facial
of them.
piercings.
A dozen or so. Yeah.
Tattoos aren't hard anymore. They're just tattoos.
True. Sad though, isn't it? Sad the day the tattoos lost its
Some
hardness.
tattoos, like Russian...
Depends what country you're in as well, because I think in Korea as well...
You do get respectable ones.
Yeah, there's still
That's nice.
a bit of an underground culture for that sort of thing, where they're not respected in
Russian
the
gang ones, they're probably hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Mason!
Oh! I thought I got in then.
Goal kick.
Fucking hell, yeah, looks like a goal kick.
Didn't he save it?
You do get cool tattoos. I've seen somebody with, what you call it, Avengers Endgame. Was about to click the finger, Iron Man, like that, with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Are you going to get that tattoo?
No, but I've seen it on the guy's leg.
Get it.
Fucking
You get it.
mint.
You get it, Andy.
I'm Andy Tate.
Pretty good. Your face on that.
Oh, yeah, Iron Man. Yeah.
Iron Man.
Ironmonger.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking lucky that. Kane just swinging a leg through it and Fred.
Well played. That
looked like a foul, didn't it?
Apparently, baristas provide a valuable service.
There's nothing to do with them having tattoos, though, is it?
I mean, do they?
Yeah, of course they do. Coffees. Everyone likes coffees, do you? Just because you don't.
Yeah, no, I know Joe's the next one. I think he still is one at heart.
You never lose it, Steve. You may leave the espresso machine, but the espresso machine never leaves you. I left a part of myself in that steam wand. You don't want to know what part it was.
No comment.
United holding the ball a little bit.
Yeah, because apparently we're coming for fucking 0-0, but look at this from Spurs.
I know. Lucky. See there, look. It looks like Cavani on the left, Greenwood through the middle, Bruno on the right for that moment. Maybe it's a bit of an interchangeable front three. Is this a foul?
I mean...
Ish. That's not much of a foul, is it? Here's the table as it stands then. United will be, 13 points behind City with a draw. Obviously want to win.
It's 21 not coming.
Nah, we've got 15 minutes.
You fucking giddy bastards.
Paul Maddison.
Fuck it, live a little.
Beck's ruined tattoos by making them popular, right, lads?
Oh, Fred's going to take the free kick.
Kidding,
oh, no.
No, he's not. He's going to stand next to it.
If I ever make it to Manchester, I'll get a transfer seagull tattoo. Can we make that legally binding, please?
Yeah, get that in writing. I suppose we have.
Okay.
What a waste of a free kick that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve's right.
I suppose it's hard to get a crossing from the centre of the goal, isn't it? And rather than having a shot, they tried to put the ball in, but didn't work in any way at all. That's better, though. Lindelof's got some space to run into here. So we'll make a run. There you go, Mason. Keep the ball. Just focus more on the man than he did on the ball, didn't he? Too busy blocking Lucas off. Well done, Bruno.
Played.
Bruno's gone down off the ball. I don't know what's happened there. Bruno's gone down holding his right foot. Don't know what's happened. I think he wants a free kick, doesn't he? I don't think he's actually injured. He nicks the ball off him. Oh. Lucas just toes the outside of his right foot. Not much in that.
To be fair, them football boots don't offer much protection on the sides, do they?
It's not much of a kick, though, is it? I mean, in fairness, it is a kick after the ball.
Have you been kicked on the side of the ankle?
Yeah, of course I have. I don't think it hurts him that much, but I think it's probably a foul. They just kick him. Don't get the ball. Swings the leg through and kicks him. Lamella coming on. Do you know Lamella is, I think, Tottenham's second longest serving player?
Oh, Lamella's a wanker. So fucking.
Just in take, thank you.
He's another one who loves to play act.
They got loads of them. Tottenham got the ball back.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Maurice. Straight to Fred. Straight back to Sissoko.
Played.
Well done. Won the ball back well there. There's a shocking pass out from Lloris, wasn't it? Just behind Maguire, that pass. Just slows the fucking run down immediately. Lindelof. I'm getting a bit nervous now. Are you?
Plenty of time.
Bruno. Cavani!
Oh, yes! Is it offside?
No, it's not offside. What a goal that is! Bruno with the ball into Cavani.
Oh,
it's a diving header.
I fucking hate there's no fans in
like
the crowd.
Like a young Mason Greenwood with a diving header then. Fucking hell. That's a brilliant goal, that is.
Lovely.
This is the nightmare of watching here.
They're going to rule it out.
No fucking crowd, so I don't see people's reactions there. I can't hear the commentary, so I'm just sitting there going, is it offside? Is he going to give it?
Yeah. I don't know if they're fucking giving it or not. Let's just wait and see.
Looks like a goal, though.
No, he's all right.
It's a great touch. Oh, he's
well on. Oh, mate. Do you know what? He fucking earned that after the first one. That
great cross from Mason Greenwood as well.
Hey, 2-1, Joseph.
2-1! I hope Tottenham still sit back. That'd be fucking great, wouldn't it? Sit back, hold the 2-1, lads. Hold the 2-1. We'll take a 2-1.
No, Pogba rifle into the top bins and then pat Jose on the head.
Darren Cox, yes, stick that in your Marini hole.
That's getting memmed. That one.
Memmed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Memmed.
Interesting.
Whatever it is.
No, memmed it is.
It's getting mimied.
It's actually a meme. It's a French word. It's a meme.
La la.
Fantastic. Oh! It's weird that one. It didn't feel like it was real. Just.
I can't handle with no fucking noise.
No. You don't get the cheer. You don't get the crowd. You're never certain if it's going to be disallowed.
Are we on for full capacity next season? Are we on for like 75,000?
In theory, 21st of June. Everything afterwards is
stick that vaccine
full-time.
in my PO.
Yeah. You'll love it, Steve. Go. Great. You'll love it. Lamella's on the ball.
Football is my drug, and I'm an addiction.
Ooh, felt like it was sizzling into the corner for a second, didn't it? We've all lost our voices here. How's that happened? You started with that one. You've sort of lost it a bit. Probably shouting at the ref yesterday.
How dare you?
And I've
never questioned the boss.
Cavani'd it. Great cross from Greenwood.
Do you know Cameron got booked yesterday?
What for? Being a dickhead.
Do you know what though?
And I say that in the nicest sense of the word, but he is often a bit of a dickhead playing football, isn't he?
Cam, is that your first yellow ever?
No.
Cam replied saying he thinks so, which, as hard as it is to believe, he's played all of this season and not been booked.
First yellow card for you. He's been booked for other teams, though.
Have you been booked for any other teams?
You've told me you have. Have you been booked on five-a-side? Sent off at five-a-side?
Right, one yellow card in 2 years at all range. All right, okay.
It's like the Rojo
I don't know
never got sent off for United thing, isn't it?
And yeah, I don't know how he's never been booked because he's a bell end. But he got a booking yesterday.
Gareth Bale's coming on. Yeah, he does that thing where he'll leave a toe in, and then when the opposition player goes up to him, he'll go, "What's going on, mate?" And then the ref will be like, "Oh, nothing happened." And then as he's walking up, he's going, "You fucking shit anyway. You shit like you shit." He's a real dickhead.
I called it as well on last week's video. Cam went past someone and went, "Cam's going to dive here."
Yeah.
And he did and won a free kick.
Well done, Fred. Can we say Fred's been all right today so far?
Yes.
No, I scored a goal.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I'm taking that away from it. He's not given the ball away nearly as much as he has been in recent weeks. That's a much better looking table there, 11 points behind. But the key thing for me, the difference between drawing this game and winning this game, as we are, currently 2-1 in the league.
Loving it.
The key difference is, what's that? 7 points clear of Leicester.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Looking like it could be second place. Not wrapped up, but what's happened here? Come on. United haven't sat back, which is good. You see there, we still got...
We don't really.
No.
I don't know where this myth has originated from.
Yeah, this 0-0 United have played
Time.
for.
Get him out.
More goals than there is in most 0-0s, to be fair.
Yeah.
Most 0-0s have less goals than this.
Yeah, usually 1 or 2 less goals anyway.
Yeah.
Most 0-0s only ever usually end up at 1-0.
I don't like how
1-1.
Shaw turns his back to them.
I don't like how Lindelof didn't hear the shout there.
Because I think Dean Henderson shouted away.
Henderson.
Henderson's carried on looking at his hands like, pretty sure I fucking shouted for them,
and
lad.
then Lindelof's walking back to him going, so, and they give him a big high five, but I reckon Henderson called for that.
Away.
Oh!
Shit!
Cavani just fucking saved us there.
Or try to score.
Headed it onto the crossbar, off the line, I think.
Oh, you fuck. Oh, no. Away.
No, we've
simple.
We've lost our heads a little bit here.
Do you know what, though? Someone's going to go, oh, we've sat back. No, they've just pushed us back. Yeah. Because they're 2-1 down at home. They've just twisted and brought a player on. Yeah. And they've just found themselves in possession. Yeah. People always look at the result and think that it's been determined that that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's voices are going now, isn't it? It's the Andy Tate effect.
The ball went to the back post there, and it looked like Cavani just won the header to tip it onto the crossbar. It's a good block from Fred. It's another corner to Tottenham. I'm sure we'll see a replay of that.
Digging deep now.
Yeah. 6 minutes to go before stoppage time.
Thoughts on Cavani's beard? He's got a bit of an Orlando Bloom thing going on.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it hits Pogba. And it's Cavani who takes it off the head of Sissoko at the back post. If he doesn't get a header on that...
What the fuck is Pogba doing now?
If he don't get a head on that, that's a goal. And he almost scores it himself. Another free kick, another corner, sorry, to Tottenham.
Away.
Ball comes in near post.
Why does
Easily claimed.
Sissoko look like he's in
Good
his early
thinking
50s?
there, Dean Henderson. That was nice. The ball came to him. Instead of just diving on it, takes touch with his foot. Lets the pressure escape a little bit. Why does Sissoko look like he's in his 50s?
Yeah, do you not think he does?
I don't know, really. I don't see that much of him. I'm sure he does. Would you have him at United? He's one of those players that... There's times at Newcastle where Newcastle fans thought he was the worst player in the world. And yet he got a big move to Tottenham. And then they thought he was the worst player in the world. But yet they somehow like him. I think he'd be like Fred. I think he's very
I
frustrating.
think that's what he is.
Yeah.
Go on, lads. Go on.
Cavani's done well there. Rashford's not quite put enough on it for Greenwood. What?
Pogba.
Did I say... I meant... yeah, shut up. I knew what I meant. My mouth just didn't agree.
Your mouth give it a Rashford. Cavani did well there. It's like he went down looking for a foul, didn't get it, so just stood up and played a nice through ball. 2 goals for Cavani today.
You noticed how aged Solskjaer's got in the last 2 years?
Yeah, he's gone full Barack Obama, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know whether like he's aged
look
12
how young
years
he
in 4
is.
years?
And he went from 44 to 73.
Yeah, presidential aging scheme that you get at being Man United boss.
Pogba doing well there.
Doing sensationally well. Into the box.
Take a foul. Yeah, go on, kick me. Dare you.
Bruno, edge. Sure.
It's good football from United, this. No panic, no need for the penetration. Just knock it around a bit.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Make them make a mistake.
Pogba's a great outlet to have in that kind of...
Well, because he's so big as well. People forget that he's actually...
Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Well done.
That he's actually so physical.
He's so... how'd you lose it like that?
It was a poor ball from Pogba. He underpassed that ball to McTominay. He basically put him in a tackle rather than possession.
You know what? I think I'm going to join the pubs at midnight tonight. Screw this.
Are they opening at midnight tonight?
No, it's 6 a.m.
Is it?
Yeah.
Some pubs.
To stop people going at midnight.
Pogba's...
Because it's going to stop someone going at 6 a.m.
Well, no.
I guarantee you'll see in the news tomorrow. There'll be people out, all right, lad,
Camping
getting a bitter at 6 a.m. before they go work.
Yes, please.
On machinery.
They stopped doing the alcohol testing at work because all the pubs were shut, but I showed them 14 pints in by 8 a.m. So, yeah, again, look, United's defensive line is 35, 40 yards out here, 35 yards out, and they've got the ball nearly on the halfway line. Very high defensive line from United. That could have gone back to the goalie, surely. Good tackle.
Great tackle. Away.
Ball in. Keeper! Well done, lad. Good goalkeeping there, Dean Henderson. Got a foul as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, maybe my arm hurts as well. Yeah, maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
maybe
going to roll over on my side and see what happens here. Yeah,
It's a foul.
That's an elbow, mate. I think probably have to get the doctor on and see how that goes down.
Yeah, he's done well. Wait, did not give a free kick for that?
I think so.
Obviously not. You can't roll out a free kick, can you? Good goalkeeping, though, that. Just diffuses the situation entirely, doesn't it?
Give me one change to football. Like you just said, you can't roll out a free kick.
Yeah.
What if you could?
Get rid of VAR, that'd be my change.
Okay, well, that's a big change.
It's a
I'm
bit
thinking like a
political.
real fucking
A little
minuscule little bit of a murmur like that.
Okay, you can be offside from corners. As in, even though you're passing it backwards, for that particular kick, even though it's going backwards, you can be offside.
How are you behind the ball, though?
Well, no, I'm saying just, it just becomes defender or not. So do you think the defensive line would be like 30 yards out?
But they're already behind the ball.
Yeah, but that's why I've changed the rule.
Okay, so are you moving corners back to maybe the edge of the 18-yard box?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Corners are taken from in line with the edge of the 18-yard box, and you can be offside.
What if you could roll a penalty?
What, American penalty style?
No.
Halfway line.
Like underarm it or overarm it.
Oh, yeah, throw it.
bowl
Goalies
it.
would be taking penalties. Peter Schmeichel would have been wicked at penalties.
Yeah.
Just fucking 70 miles an hour into the top corner. You're like, do you know what they do at softball? And they like hold the ball and like spin their arm and fucking release it at the end at 80 miles an hour.
The whole idea of playing underarm is that it's a slower thing, innit? And then you have I've seen them softball ones because I was like, what was that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Just like that. Do a full spin on it. Matic coming on. Jesus. Doesn't
Bruno.
Matic have the feel of like, do you know when you go past someone's house and there's a fridge in the front garden? You're like, should that be there? Matic is a bit like that on the pitch for United these days, isn't it?
Hang on. I've got questions.
Go on.
Is the lawn maintained or not maintained?
Oh, it's not maintained. There's dandelions growing on it.
Oh, okay. Because if you just if it had been a maintained lawn, I've got more questions.
Okay, no, unfortunately not.
Because I would have been, is it a plugged-in fridge or a not plugged-in fridge?
I mean, we
right, because you see the different scenarios that you get here.
Yeah.
Like a not plugged-in, not maintained garden.
And there is what looks
problems.
like horse manure in the front garden as well.
But no horses.
It could be a big Alsatian, but it looks big and it's got grass in it. It's got grass in it, but no horse.
Took diesel around my dad's before.
Yeah.
Ran straight out and dumped a fat one on his lawn.
Good lad. Larry Lovestein, which is a fantastic name. You lads are my commentary team. Thank you very much, Larry.
Hang on, does that say 6 fucking minutes?
It does, actually.
No, I don't know how you can justify this.
Do you think it's because Højbjerg fucking laid down for 10 minutes? Oh, he was off the pitch, wasn't he? Edinson Cavani's won the official man of the match. We'll do man of the matches afterwards because I don't like doing them before the match starts.
No,
because to me, if Pogba scores now, he's been good enough that a goal for him would probably tip him over. I think Pogba's been right on Cavani.
Yeah, just name it after the game.
Yeah, Thomas Dickinson, love your shirt, Steve. Good game today, United. It's a good shirt, that.
Do you like it? You mentioned that when I came in. I like
it's
the
good.
colours.
The
The colours are
colour
weird
is good.
colour, innit?
Nice,
Yeah, it's
nice.
like a heather navy sort of thing going on.
But with the red on it.
These are some samples that we've just got for the Paddock FC shop. These should be live from May, I think, on the shop. If you would like to purchase one.
I did like your French accent then. Like it.
Oh, it was Irish, that.
Was it? Oh, that fair.
It wasn't. Leon Marson
Tap it a
says,
marinade.
typical house in Worksop. Now, if you're from Worksop, yeah, you're right. If you're not from Worksop, what the fuck are you saying about Worksop? So let me know in the comments whether I should be mad at you or whether
Is he knocking
you're
your
on my
town?
team and
Is
I
he
agree with
knocking
you.
your turf?
Well, he might be, but he might also be knocking his own turf, in which case I'm fine with it.
Do you know the only
'Cause he's
way
right.
I know where Worksop is
Don't.
because, do you remember
Don't you dare.
Robin Hood and Maid Marian, the CITV version?
Yes.
That was based in Worksop.
Was it?
Or like they referenced Worksop somewhere in there.
Of course. It's a lot of Loxley.
I remember
a lot
the
of
80s
Worksop.
one. The 80s one was better.
Exactly.
With Tony Robinson.
I think that's the one I'm on
Oh,
about.
Leon Marsa, I am
That
from
was
Worksop.
Children's. That was CBeebies then.
In that case, Leon,
Not
yeah, you're dead
CITV.
right. Loads of them.
Same
Fridge
thing.
in the gardens. That's where I was taking my inspiration from. And a bike with no wheels. But do you know when there's no wheels and the bike is so no wheels, you're like, this bike has never had wheels. I don't know what they're even doing with this bike.
No, it's bike weather next week. So fingers crossed.
It's getting hotter next week,
Yeah,
isn't it? Just
yeah.
Monday.
What? Hotter than the snowing that we had
The
yesterday?
pub day. No, it's like 14, 15 degrees, which is pretty tasty.
It's almost shorts weather.
They were playing at Port Vale yesterday and they had to come off the pitch
Well done. Well done, Scott.
due to severe snow.
Well done, Scott, lad. Good play.
That's it.
McTominay.
Played Scott there.
Well
Well
done.
done.
Good
Done well
stuff.
there.
Freds. Well done. Come on, lads. That's our ball. You can't just take the throw-in because you want us to. He's like, I'll just take it, and once I've taken it, the ref can't pull it back, even though it's not my throw-in. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes and a little bit of change. Be a big result, this. I mean, not what you could hardly say we didn't deserve it.
Oh!
Go on, Mason. Oh, it's just gone away from him. Looked like a 1-2 there, didn't it? It looked like it was going to be a goal for United, or at least a shot on target for Mason Green with that handball. Surely. This ref loves a play on, doesn't he?
What? 6 minutes? Fucking hell.
6 does seem a lot. Like, I know there have been a couple of bits, but 6 seems like a lot of stoppage time, doesn't it? Like, if he said 4, no one's going, yeah, should be more than that. Like, that seems an excessive amount of stoppage time.
Oh, this is killing me, this.
2.5 minutes. Eric Dyer swings it in, headed away by Harry Maguire. Good header.
Played Pog. Rose head.
Luke Shaw fouled off the ball there, ref. Well done. Did well there.
Jesus
Luke Shaw. He
Christ.
kept his leg up in the
Floored
air
him.
for an extra half a second there. Just to
stay,
let Aurier
you
come
stay
in.
down and you pretend you died.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Good play there, Luke Shaw. You see it, look.
Yeah, I never would have
He
thought
just
that
kicks
because
his leg
somebody did
up.
that today, didn't they?
Oh, no, actually. That might have done his knee, that. Aurier's knee goes into the inside of Luke Shaw's knee
Well,
as he
then
puts
where
his foot on the
that's
floor.
well painful.
Yeah. Like, I don't think, obviously, it looks like the way they're playing that he's not hurt him. But that's one of those where, on a bad day, you've done your knee there. He looks fine, Luke Shaw, which is good. But yeah, I thought he'd bought that, but no. That was a borderline booking, I'd say. A minute and a half. Well done, Cavani. Pogba's offside anyway.
Oh, is agony this now?
Tommy McCartney, Paul Pogba appreciation message. No coincidence that our form has come back since he's been back in the team. Please, God, don't leave in the summer. I'd love for him to stay, but only if he signs a contract.
And it's almost going
to be more sad watching him run down his months and not win a trophy next season, isn't it? Maguire with a boot up pitch. Cavani.
Chase it. That's it.
Fred. This is good. Come on then. Pogba. Oh! Paul Pogba with a...
Go on, let's finish this off, lads.
Mason.
Come on, boys.
Yes! That's how you fucking go! Mason Greenwood!
Is that consecutive games again? Is that consecutive games?
I think it is. Mason Greenwood with the goal. 3-1 Manchester United. An assist for Paul Pogba. Some brilliant play from Paul Pogba.
It's a bittersweet symphony.
Yes. Fantastic win that.
Sweet revenge.
Paul Pogba does so well here. Fred, who has been very good today, starts it to Cavani, and Pogba just goes past two men. Plays in Greenwood, who... Oh, fucking sick.
You know what?
Take a deflection.
No.
You know what, lads? 21 is on. For another week at least.
For another week at least. Nah, no deflection.
Wow.
Just drills it into
Just
the near post.
fucked it
Puts
near
Reguilon
post.
on a fucking... Well, I'll say it, a bike with no wheels.
Wow.
Sends him completely the wrong way. McTominay comes across as like a little blocking body as well. Very nice.
11 points behind City.
You
With a
know
game
what?
in hand.
That's not bad, is it, lads? That's not bad at all. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, let's get giddy for another week.
Let's get giddy for another week.
Pubs are open. 8 points behind.
Aren't
Could
you
be.
glad that they gave us 6 minutes stoppage
Maybe
time?
not.
Gave us a chance to get another goal. And that's full time. Manchester United 3, Tottenham 1. Cavani with 1 goal. Who got the other goal? Mason Greenwood got one.
Fred.
Who got the other one? Fucking Fred with the second goal.
Your boy.
That's a big win for United, that, innit, Andy?
Big. Top 4. Settled.
You think? Safe?
Done.
I think second place might be safe after that, to be honest.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Steve?
I think second place, unless there's an utterly unforeseen, catastrophic fuck-up, I think second place is looking pretty good at the moment. I think it's a bit giddy to think that is anything beyond that. But just take it a game at a time and see how it goes. You know.
Yeah, he's right. Steve's right. Take it a game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll see last day of the season. Then the fucking nerves start.
We'll go from there. Come on, W.
His son crying again.
He's always crying.
Tries a lot, doesn't he?
Ross Murphy says #revenge. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes for the review. Make sure you stick around for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get the link pinned in the comments so you can click on that and start doing that. Me and Jay will be here for that review. Any final words, Andy, before we go?
Yes, my throats will be back to normal next Sunday against Burnley.
Very good. Thank you very much for joining us. Manchester United have beaten Spurs 3-1 at who even knows what their stadium's called? The Tottenham Stadium, White Hart Lane, whatever you want to call it. Manchester United 3, Tottenham 1. We'll see you in a bit.